Hey, how you doing? This is SEIJIHITO here to bring you the news. So, as normal, I'm here to bring you another live stream, and I decided to go through the comment section, right, of some of the more recent videos that I've done, right, where I've been showcasing a lot of the ignorance and whatnot or whatever that the Africans and many others want to specifically state about Black Americans, right? And my main goal is to showcase the ignorance, right? So that people can identify, people can see, people can directly be aware of what it is, how it's happening, and what people are saying directly out of there. But obviously, a lot of people have a certain type of feelings about what it is that I post, right? A lot of people feel that I should be ignoring. A lot of people feel that I should block. A lot of people feel that I should not have a response to any of the things. Matter of fact, a lot of people feel that I just should not be posting at all because, somehow, some way, I'm going to bring light. I'm bringing people directly to them, even though nobody knows specifically who any of these people directly are. Shout out to James Hudson. Shout out to Officer Haku, aka Here Comes a New Challenger, right? And for me, as a content creator, this is just something that we tend to do, right? Where the people, well, matter of fact, let me just not generalize. Let me be very specific. As a content creator, I tend to go where it is that the people are, right? So whatever it is that I happen to see that people are giving the utmost attention to, okay, let me go over here and see what's specifically going on. Let me see what's taking place. Let me give my point of view, my opinion directly on these types of things, right? People happen to move to and from different topics and all of those other types of things. And oddly enough, I had a woman that pulled up in one of my comments that's in front of you, and she basically tried to say, in a sense, that I keep posting all of the stuff that the Africans say, right? All of the ignorant things that they're saying about Black Americans. Um, and if I'm still posting that, does that mean, is that how I, as a Black American, is that how I really see or feel about Black America? Again, it's a little bit weird. It's a little bit weird. It's almost as if, in the reverse, all the times that I cover videos dealing with the United States, dealing with Black Americans, and all the racism and things of that nature that was going down, that's like people pulling up to the scene like, oh, well, you should sit up there and just block them. You should just ignore them. If you keep posting about, white people and other people being racist towards Black people, is that really how you feel about yourself? Is that really how you feel about, Black Americans in general? Because this is all you keep. Like, do you understand how stupid that sounds? Right? Again, you have a platform, you're trying to make people aware of the types of people, what they look like, and who was specifically saying this. I could have sworn it wasn't that long ago where Black people did what everybody is saying now in the comments that you can see, where it's like, oh, you should just ignore it, don't pay attention, right? Black people ignored and didn't really pay attention to racism, right? They built their own towns and cities, right? And they were successful and they did flourish up until, quote unquote, they weren't meant to flourish and be successful, right? And that was so much for that ignoring. That was so much for that not paying attention, so much for not being aware, so much for that lack of preparing. So all I'm clearly looking at is the exact same thing, right? Where people don't want to, in a sense, know, they just want to ignore up until it's too late, and then things happen. And then people want to now, amidst the chaos, want to try to figure out a plan on how to conduct themselves and how to move around and how to do this and how to do that. Right? Like I said, it's crazy. It is 100% crazy at the end of the day. But anyways, as stated before, we got some trolls directly up in here. This is the thing that I love about trolls that pull directly up, right? The beautiful thing that I love when people want to pull up to the scene and do certain things. Let me just see something real quick. Let me just go here real quick. Do. Let's see here. Bling. Hold on. Let me just do this. Hold on. Let me just do it like that. Just do it like that. Let me just take a handy dandy snapshot, just in case, because like I said, I will, in a sense, count it and gear it directly towards harassment. If I do happen to, if anything does happen, right? So again, I know for anybody who can actually see the comment directly down there from the person who wrote it, I'm just going to give that directly towards harassment. So if possible, if anything does happen, lawsuits will be happening. Now just have to go to YouTube or whatever things that I'll have to sit up there and do in order to find out specifically who that person is or people. So like I said, keep playing if you want to. We will just sit up there and do that. Shout out to DSB, much love, respect, and appreciation. Much love, much love. Been here for 3 months. 3 months. 3 months. You said shalom, Sheji, my warrior, brother, and family in the chat. Much love, respect, and appreciation. What is up, Lone Wolf? What is up, Pink? What is up? What is up? Sham said, what did I miss? Actually, nothing. I've been just talking just for a little bit, just going over the comments that I was able to gather on the last video that I gave you guys, where people were talking about like, yo, man, why you still responding to this? Block party this, block party that, and this, that, and the third. Like I said, a lot of nonsensical, nonsense, right? Brandon World said, somebody threatened you now. Wait, y'all can't see that comment up there? Y'all can't see that one? Oh, let me just take. That's why I like having two different things open at the same time, just in case y'all can't see it. Hold on, I got you. Wait, Sham said, "Hey, Seji, was it this notification?" I'm not sure if you can actually. I don't think you can actually post it, but let me see. Let me go back. Can I actually? Because I got a lot of videos up here. Let me see. Will it do it? Yeah. This person right here. So what normally happens, like I said, on black platforms is that you got people that like to like. This is not even how YouTube works at all. They don't have any. I just want anybody else who wants to be a content creator. This is not how YouTube works. YouTube doesn't do anything like that. Maybe they might do things like that on Twitch or something like that, but this is not Twitch. Been doing this for about 6 years. Never seen YouTube, no matter what live stream I've had, never seen YouTube pull up in there and say whatnot or whatever. So just case in point for anybody else, never get frightened or scared of nonsense like this, because this ain't even real. And let me just actually check right now. This live stream has been going for about a good 7 minutes. What was the time limit that person decided to sit up there and state? What was that time limit? Right? And let me just see something real quick. Color me surprised. I don't see anything here from actual YouTube. Well. Why am I not shocked? Again, because it's not real and these are trolls. This is what people like to sit up there and do. Crazy work. Crazy work. Who? Wait, let me see if I can go to YouTube. Let me see. What spam was that right there? Let me see. Trying to look real quick. Did he even pop up? Now we got some other spam actually showing up. Now that one is not specifically showing up to you guys. Oh, that's actually quite cute. I like that. Let me see. I'll just take a snapshot of that one too. No problem. I got you. Got you. No problem. Might be able to potentially hide from the chat and directly on YouTube, but I can't hide from snapshots. So we got that one. And we're just going to pack you right on up. Right? Let me see. Like I said, I love that though. So to the moderators, I want to let y'all know in a lot of instances, not sure because if they actually blocked me, then I shouldn't actually be able to see them. Actually, they wouldn't even be able to comment. We actually had somebody. So for the mods here, let me just sit up there and show y'all something, right? How people tend to sit up there and move. Let me just show y'all a snapshot, right? This is another person that actually got banned. I don't even know what any of this basically means, right? So at certain points in times, you will have people that y'all won't even be able to see. And the only reason I was technically able to see this person was because of how everything is set up. So if you actually look through the chat, You don't even know that I banned this person. You don't even see their original message. In the matter of fact, you don't even see their name amongst the chats because I only got this on one channel at this moment, right? If you look at the chats, you only see a few people, and it's pretty much the same names that's chatting, right? So you look at the name that's directly up there, you don't see that nowhere in the chat. Like I said, so you got people that bypass certain things, I guess, on YouTube's platform or however this basically works, that are able to, write and leave messages and all this other type of stuff. And I know this by way of every now and again when I look at the chat, if it just so happens to be, on one channel or another, I'll have spaces in between the chats because usually everything comes down in a single file form from both sides all into one column. So just want to let y'all know y'all got a lot of other trolls and a lot of other people directly out there, and just in case you are moderators on other people's channels, yeah, you might want to make them those content creators also aware as well that you got people that can do certain stuff in here. Matter of fact, I'm not even sure if YouTube actually knows that. So, like I said, I will be taking some nice snapshots today. Let me tell you, you might be able to evade 1 to 2 systems, but if I pull out a camera and just start recording away from the whole thing, you can't do nothing about that. So, Brandon B. World said I reported them as well. Hey, all right, gotcha. I gotcha. They didn't give me the option to report because, like I said, you got people doing a variety of other things directly out here. And this is the other thing that I want to point out to people too. A lot of these people who have the know-how to bypass certain systems when it deals with social media and whatnot, right? They're very smart, very knowledgeable people, right? But notice how they would rather use this to harass or to do whatnot or whatever to content creators. They're not doing anything for like the common good. They're not doing anything to propel humanity or anything like that. Like I said, it's knowledge and information wasted on clear cut foolishness. Could actually be doing something way more important to get information directly out of there with the know-how that they have when it deals with tech, but they opt not to sit up there and do it. Like, it's crazy work. It's diabolical. Sham said, yeah, impersonating software administration on YouTube can be considered bannable offense, but they could get hit with something more severe by YouTube. Yeah, like I said, I'll send it to YouTube. I'll let them know. Like I said, they know people who sit up there and sign up and make emails and whatnot or whatever. They got their systems in place. Like I said, I don't got no problem. Like I said, I'm tired. I'm tired. If people don't want to, sit up there and pay attention, people don't want to listen, people don't want to learn, no problem. Move away from the platform. But if you decide that you want to try to harass me in a lot of different type of ways, no problem. We can play that game. I guess everybody be losing. I don't got no problem. As we will be going through a slow train ride through hell, through hot lava. We will just simply do that. Everybody getting burned, right? Anyways, let's get to the main content that we have at this moment in time, away from all of the complaints and everything of that nature. So we are going to start back with the African versus Black Americans, right? So let's just take a look.
Saw a video of an African man saying that Black Americans owe Africans and we should be grateful that they come over here. What the do they come over here and help us with? They should be grateful to us, because if it wasn't for the civil rights movement, they would not be able to migrate here successfully. What the heliante? People are delusional. I'm so tired of this delusion. We want to all be peaceful. Everybody wants to be cool. We've always supported everybody, but we ain't gonna allow y'all to keep talking to us. A lot of y'all don't even know where the y'all came from. A lot of y'all's countries in Africa, and I'm saying that I don't give a it's baby countries. It wasn't established until in mid 1900s. What is we talking about? Some of y'all don't even have birth certificates. I seen another video of some African woman saying we don't know who our grandfathers is. We don't we don't know our grandparents. We don't even know our parents. Y'all think we orphans over here? And this is only me reacting and responding to the I keep hearing y'all say. I don't have no hate for anybody. I love African people. I love all types of people. But if you are an asshole, I'm going to call you out. What the you mean we don't know our grandparents? Like I said, a lot of y'all don't have no documentation. Y'all keep saying, and I seen another African comedian saying this, that a lot of y'all don't know where the y'all people is. Y'all don't have no lineage. Y'all can't trace that. Y'all don't know. Y'all only know y'all immediate family. Y'all only know the stories that's passed down. When we tell y'all about the stories that's passed down to us, y'all say we lying. Then we would pull up documents and say, hey, we was here since the 1800s. Some of us could trace it further than that. Y'all say we lying. Where's your paperwork? Like I said, some of y'all don't even have a birth certificate. And I'm not even trying to come for nobody, but I'm tired of y'all coming for us to play the out. We know where we come from, bitch. America. You think we immigrants, where they gonna send me? To Georgia, to Virginia, where my grandfather's from, South Carolina, where my father's mother's from. Spread love is the Brooklyn way. Y'all keep talking, spew the same back to y'all. That's the thing. Y'all want to do stereotypes? We could go stereotype for stereotype, and guess what? We will win. And I hate that y'all bringing this side out of me, but I'm not. It's aggravating because I keep seeing y'all talking mad, big money cat. Like, stop starting. Y'all keep starting with us. Stop. Enough is enough, bro.
So again, that was a response. And as stated before, and it's going to be showcased technically as a different example later on in the live stream. Everybody has a problem with Black Americans giving a specific response to those out there who are saying all of this nonsensical nonsense to and about Black Americans, things that just don't need to be said. And again, a lot of these people talking are more than likely even from just the continent. They never ran into Africa by itself, got like 1 billion plus people directly on there. 99.9% of those people up there ain't never ran into, had a conversation with, shook hands with, walked with, ate with a Black American. But yet, for whatever reason, you have a lot of folks directly out there deciding that they want to open up their mouths and they want to say, some of the craziest things. And we got people on both sides. We got Africans out there that feel like, hey, just ignore them. Don't sit up there and say nothing. Rah, rah, rah. You got even Black Americans directly out there. Proof of which, the comments that I showed you guys earlier, sitting up there basically saying that Black Americans should not be responding. We shouldn't be highlighting. We shouldn't be doing this. We shouldn't be doing that. But the thing that I like to state in rebuttal, let me just go back to that image there. The thing that I would like to state in rebuttal to a lot of those folks who feel that I, as a content creator, or many of the Black Americans, should not highlight or talk about these things at all because you feel like it's giving them light. What would you rather have us talk about? Because when we specifically decide to focus in on the community, when we start specifically talking about Black men and Black women, when we start talking about the Black kids out here, when we start talking about the Black elders, now people want to sit up there and have their panties in a bunch and be like, yo, why are you sitting up there singing about the Black community? All of us ain't like that, this, that, and the third, and all this. Like, what are we doing? So it's like, you want people to, in a sense, do what it is that you feel comfortable with or that you want to deal with at the moment in time. So you don't want us to talk about the Black community and focus directly in on that. Cool, no problem. But then you don't want us to basically go back and forth and, have videos directly out there with the Africans. Cool, fine. So then when we sit up there and make videos and we have conversations deal with politics, it's like motherfuckers don't pull up to the scene and say nothing. So it's like when it's actually something important, you ain't nowhere to be found. And then when it's still something important that you can actually go out there and touch and see and understand, you still ain't nowhere to be around. So it's like, what are you really trying to see? Oh, that's right. You just want goofy shit. You just want something to make you feel good, right? Because your life is going through shit. Relationship is shit, right? You ain't really trying to deal with nothing important because you just got way too much stuff going on, right? Like I said, this is the life of being a content creator. You can't make everybody happy, so you might as well make everybody mad. That's where I'm at right now. It's like, you just get to the point. It's like, whatever, just make everybody mad. Because it's like, ain't nobody gonna be happy with nothing. Just make everybody mad. Make everybody mad, right? Anyways, let's continue.
I think the Africans that are actually at home in Africa should be quiet. Y'all are going to cause a domino effect to your people that are in America right now. People jobs are being called. People hatred is being exposed. The nasty, disgusting, almost like the colonizers. Like y'all are giving white people. I'm just being honest. The things that y'all are saying about us is so nasty. You're not understanding that you have people benefiting off our existence in our country right now, and y'all are starting a war. And no, this won't be no physical war, because we're not going to war with y'all. We know who our enemies are, so this won't be a physical war. But we in a time of truth. Everybody showing us who with us and who ain't. Who hold the white man hand and pushes and continues the agenda. Who help, like everything that is being exposed right now, y'all. And I need my people that is really tapping in to see that we are being shown how everybody went against us. How the memory is in everybody's blood. They don't even know why they upset at us for saying that brown people was everywhere. Why would an African be upset that we're saying that melanated people were everywhere? This is, again, how nations of people weigh down on the American people. And the reason why we don't make the connection is because we believe that we're only 40 million. Or we believe that we're the minorities in this country. We believe that. When the truth is, there's no numbers like ours in this country. So while Africans want to wage war, they don't have the information that the Europeans have. They know we're not the minority. So they know they have to play in the background a certain type of way. They know they have to wage war on us a certain type of way in order to get the outcome they're getting from us. Y'all damn right going against us, and we only over here discovering our truth. Stop f***ing it up for your people that's here. Because you're about to get some calls from your folks letting y'all know they can't send no money back home. Chill the f*** out.
Yep. And I think I might have went slightly over that. That had to do with something with Trump and what the administration is passing it or doing or plans on doing or whatnot or whatever. And I want to note to people that this is not the first time that you had immigrants out here worried about how it is that they were going to send money. I covered something similar, I think, back during the pandemic. Maybe it might have been like 2023. I want to say, because I don't think it was 2020. Maybe I'll put it in between like 2023. Yeah, I'll put it as like 2023 because I really don't think it was 2024. I brought or gave you guys that video, but there was an article that I read off to you guys which dealt with the Hispanic community and how it is that they normally send money back home and the ways that they send it. And they were trying to, I guess, either close up shop or push limitations on how it is that those things were transpiring or getting done. And there was a big hoopla about it for a short period of time because people were like, "Yo, I send money back home to help out my family and all this other type of stuff." And yeah, so how, like a lot of people are going to starve. Like a lot of people are going to, in a sense, be without and rah rah rah, right? So now is the second coming of that exact same thing. And this is more so going to affect the melanated bunch directly out there, the same melanated bunch who don't want to control their friends and families and colleagues out there from saying crazy stuff when it deals with Black Americans. Because like I said, if it was at a point in time that it was like a symbiotic relationship, you would have saw Black Americans out here probably exhausted, but we would have been on every single front whenever it dealt with people out here from other areas going through certain things by way of the United States. But y'all ain't seeing us out there. So y'all left out there naked and cold with no slippers, and y'all got to sit up there and try to figure some stuff out. But even amongst those who want to say the utmost stuff, I don't see them out there protesting. Ain't that funny? Right? A lot of things are being aimed at and positioned to affect them in a negative way. They got all the energy in the world to be fixated and talk about Black Americans, but I don't see not nearly one of them stepping foot outside to bring awareness, to hold up a sign, to march and protest. Color me surprised. Because like I said, don't nothing really get started up until Black Americans step outside the door and step foot and start marching somewhere, start walking somewhere. That's when everybody start paying attention. Like I said, everybody know exactly what is up and how everything moves. Other groups cannot get it moving like us, and that is just the facts. Because if that was the case, everybody else would have been out here. We would have had consistent protest every single day since the first day. But That's not where we're at. Everybody went back to business as usual because some things are affecting some, and the other things are, not affecting those. Crazy work out here. I did see somebody out there who said, "Do I have any comments on Dr. Umar?" I mean, I don't know what you want me to say. What do you want me to say? What do you want? Are you trying to make some type of connection because he is the self-described king of Pan Africanism, and you're trying to connect that here somehow because I'm in full-fledged defense for Black Americans and how it is that Black Americans being targeted, or like what specifically are you looking for? Let me know. That's what I want to know. What specifically are you looking for me to say? Because normally what I like to do is that I want to allow things to work as they do, work as it may, and allow all the information to get directly out there. Because the main thing that likes to transpire and take place by way of social media is that whenever there is a Black man out there and the optics look a little bit odd or whatnot, whatever, people are real, gun ho to want to crucify, right? I may have disagreements or whatnot or whatever, but I'm not just going to automatically just jump on the bandwagon with everybody else and just do that because people see money signs directly on it. Because a lot of the same people who, in a sense, talk about Dr. Umar right now were not talking about him when his name was not, hot, when they couldn't make no type of money, no type of change directly off of it. So, like I said, I got to look at certain things. I like to see consistency. If you're going to sit up there and talk about it, at least be consistent, right? Somebody said, I have a question. What was the spoken language Black Americans that claim not to be African descent? Uh-huh. Let me see. Did I get a response back from that Nola Maxwell? Or did y'all get rid of that person? I actually gotta go back and check. Hold on. Let me go back up. Wait, let me see. What's the color? Okay. Yours is purple. I gotta look at two different things at the same time. Nope. Actually, you did not get banned at all. So I'm just gonna leave that up there because I'm just trying to figure that one out. Somebody said, what was the original? I don't know what to sit up there and tell you. Like, what are you looking for me to sit up there and say? Because the craziest thing is, no matter what it is that Black Americans tell you, we can sit up and say we were just sitting up there speaking English or whatnot or whatever. And y'all be like, "Oh, what proof do you have? What documentation? What hieroglyphics? Do you have anything etched in stone?" And even if we were able to provide that, you're like, "Well, who provided you that information? Who was specifically holding this information? And where did that person get said information?" We say that we got culture, y'all say that we don't got culture. We say that we got traditions, y'all say that we don't got traditions. We say that we are the movers and the shakers directly out here when it deals with a lot of things. Y'all say no because everything comes from Africa. Bro, if you feel at any moment in time that you are the greatest of the greatest, so be it. Kudos to you. That's great. Why come directly over here to a group that's what, like 40 to like 50 million, and you want to sit up there and have an issue and a problem when you got like billions directly over there that practice tribalism, this, that, and the third, some of which are in the exact same landmass but want to be separate from one another? Go over there and fix all of that first. Go over there and have those conversations with those folks. Like, man, y'all annoying. Let me just tell y'all something. Y'all are 100% annoying. No matter what stone is turned, what information is found, y'all move the goalpost and just continue on somewhere else. As people have stated before, we got grandparents here in the United States that are older than some of y'all countries. Because some of y'all countries weren't even founded up until recently, realistically. Because the landmass wise, everything was named differently. But, whatever. It'd be like that, though. It'd be like that. Though. It'd be like that. 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 It'd be You said not saying that you're not indigenous to America. Please educate me. What is there to educate you on? Do you know anything previously before slavery? Because seemingly that's the only information that y'all seem to know. It's like, oh, Black Americans, your information just started specifically at slavery. Don't we got colleges? Don't we got books directly out here that can tell people stuff that happened prior? There's other types of documentation information directly out there that, oddly enough, you're not going to see in colleges. You have to go directly through some libraries. You have to find people that have read a variety of different books dealing with informations on peoples that were on different land masses prior to anything dealing with Europeans. Let me see what. Somebody said, I don't see them making videos when the European school kids are making their kids kiss their shoes. I only see FBAs talking about that. I mean, that is true. That is very, and I got videos like that too. There are videos of Africans being treated so horribly in their own land, in their own countries, by outsiders. But for whatever reason, Africans don't like to talk about it, don't want to make a fuss about it, ain't making videos. It almost sounds like the Asian minorities that are in the United States, and when it is that they get attacked by the majority representing the United States, they tend to, oh, we're going to keep our heads down. We're not going to try to bring awareness to it, no attention to it, because we don't want to make ourselves that much more of a target. That's literally what an Asian woman stated about her own people. This is why you don't see anything dealing with Asians on the news, because Asians feel as though that if they highlight anything negative that is going on, that other people are going to copycat and decide to then attack them. They want to stay as under the radar as they can and just live and just do the stuff that they want to do, no matter what is happening, no matter who is affecting them. That's problematic. But it be like that, though. It be like that. Somebody said, what is the issue about, yes, all people on this earth are from Africa? The problem that we clearly have at this moment in time is that, great, cool, right? Y'all want to say everything basically started there, even though at a moment in time we had Pangea, right? Land masses all connected, this, that, and third, all this other type of stuff, right? So you more than likely have people move to and from, da da da. People decided to more than likely stay directly wherever it is that they are. Everything starts to split apart, and the rest is pretty much history. But anyways, out of African theory, everybody's African, cool, no problem. What I don't happen to see is Africans trying to tell Europeans to come back home. I don't see videos of that. I don't see Africans trying to tell white Americans or Europeans that they don't have any culture. I don't see Africans telling white Americans or Europeans that, oh, all of your artistry, all of your arts, and how it is that you even think and move, that originated from Africa. That's not actually original. I don't see Africans doing that for some reason. I don't see Africans doing that for some reason, right? I don't even really see Africans talking like that to the Jamaicans, to those in the Caribbeans. I don't happen to see that. I especially don't see the Africans telling the Chinese to come back home to Africa. I don't see them like, look at your melanation, look at your nose, look at how you are, look at how you invent. All of that is from us. Look at how you wear your clothes. Look at just how you are. That is all from us. That is all from Africa. Come back home. We are your family. We are your parents. I don't see Africa doing that to other groups of people. For whatever reason, Africa is like, out of all of the places around the world that have populations and different cultures and history, we don't care about none of them. We're going to solely look at America, and we're going to look at the minority there, which are the Black Americans, and we're going to specifically tell them and quote unquote educate them on who they are, where it is that they come from, and tell them to directly come back home. That's a little bit weird, but yeah, we're supposed to be dealing with the out of Africa theory, right? Right, because everybody is from Africa, correct? If everybody is from Africa, then Africans need to have that exact same energy for everybody else. But y'all don't. That is the problem. And that's what I keep talking about. There are Asians and Indians right there in Africa that have built things. It don't matter if it's a store or it's a school, and they told the Africans there that you cannot come here. This is a school only for our people. We built this market for the Chinese. We didn't build it for Africans. You cannot come here. This is an Indian school for Indians. You're not Indian. You're African. You cannot come here. All of these things are sitting up there happening over there in Africa. And y'all got the nerve to sit up there and try to come across water, air, time, and space itself to look at Black Americans, and y'all want to sit up there and cause an issue and an argument. It don't make no sense. It don't even make any sense. Like I said, there's many more issues that are directly over there on that large landmass that need to be taken care of, that need to be looked at, that need to be talked about. But they opt not to do it. They would rather focus on something else that really ain't their business. They would rather focus on a group of people that realistically they could care less about and really didn't care about in the beginning. And I'm going to say what a lot of other people have stated before. If Africans are caring as much as they are caring right now, why is it 400 to 500 years ago y'all didn't show up? Why is it 4 to 5? Like if Africans really sailed the 7 seas, right? Y'all went across the Grand Blue, right? Y'all were looking for One Piece. Y'all went to and from all of these other places around the globe, right? If y'all know how to get from Africa to America, then how come when everything went down with slavery and y'all let them walk off, quote unquote, with us, going with the out of Africa theory, why didn't y'all sit up there and make several ships from all of the trees and the timbers and whatnot, or whatever y'all got over there, and sell yourselves over to America for the umpteenth time to come pick us up and take us back home? What happened? What happened? But now I'm supposed to magically think that we're all family and you now care about us now. You care about us because there's a dollar sign attached. You care about us because there's a monetary value of which you think that you can cash directly into. Because you're trying to make it seem like it's going to be a symbiotic relationship when it's going to be parasitic. Because not nearly a person can sit up there and let me know how much, I'm talking about like 1,000% safety, that I'm going to actually have directly over there. If you tell me that, okay, you're not going to deal with no type of corruption, you're not going to deal with folks trying to lie and get directly over on you, you're not going to deal with people trying to steal from you, trying to take your life, this, you're not going to deal with nothing at all. Nothing at all. It's pretty much is going to be heaven on earth. If you can 1,000% tell me that, then maybe we're talking about a different story. But that's not what we're talking about. Because we got Black Americans over there right now and they got some stories. But for whatever reason, when Black Americans happen to tell their stories, people want to try to say that they're lying, that this is some type of form of hatred towards Africans, right? But then if Black Americans say the exact same thing about other Black Americans, people want to come out the blue like, oh yeah, those Black Americans, yeah, that Black American is telling the truth. Yeah, it's always other Black Americans that want to sit up there and do this, that, and the third. And yeah, I got stories myself and rah. And I'm like, ain't that about something? So in one area, if Black Americans talk, it's a lie. Sounds familiar. But in the other instance, if a Black American is talking negative about other Black Americans, oh, it has to be true. It's 1,000% true. Even if they can't give you no proof, it's automatically true. Okay. You got it. You got it. So you said you are African and we were stolen, our continent invaded. This is why we speak French, Dutch, and English. That's still not answering the question. Out of all of the ingenuity, right? Africa is a smart, well-to-do, educated continent, right? I'm just going to generalize that, right? To put everything in a gray space, right? Africa has a lot of, a lot of text, a lot of languages. They have some schools there and different things that nature, right? If we tend to think about where some of the greatest Europeans or whatnot, or whatever, came to study, they went directly to Egypt. Egypt is a part of Africa, right? Or so some would like to say, because others want to sit up and say that either Egypt is by itself or other people want to try to claim it, right? Again, to minimize intelligence. So if we go with the whole thing of like Africans are basically smart, they're intelligent, well-to-do, they have the know-how. Again, I'm asking a simple question. You know that a wrong was committed. I'm not trying to hear the excuses of that. Oh, Africa was invaded, this, that, and the third. But I've read stories where you had invaders that came to Africa and tried some stuff, and Africans pushed them right back. So miss me with all of the stuff talking about, oh, we were weak, we were invaded, we could. I'm not trying to hear none of that, because there's a variety of other stories showing how you got African warriors directly there. So all I'm saying is, with all of that warriors, all of the might, with all the intellect that y'all basically got there, right? Y'all the first of the first, the cradle of civilization. Why is it that you didn't come back and get your kids, right? 400 to 500 years. That's all I'm saying. And then the same people who are online right now trying to tell Black Americans, oh, you are African, this, that, and the third, are the exact same people that sit up there and bash Black Americans. Like, so what are we doing? Like, you really think, even if you were our parents, do you really think that we want to return back home when you got a mouth the way that you got? Don't no child want to go back there. Every child on this planet would emancipate at any moment in time that they can, to get away from a parent like that, to get away from a family like that. Don't no child want no connections like that. There are children right now where they feel so horribly about their family, and which how they treated them as children, that they got rid of their whole name and made up a whole new name, so they have zero connection to them. You might be able to say that they blood related, but will only go so far. Blood will only go so far. And that's the thing that a lot of y'all don't happen to understand. That's what a lot of y'all don't happen to understand. Somebody said, I don't even know what the stream is about. Well, right now, I'm actually doing, like, viral videos, making responses directly to comments in the comment section. I'm not sure how people don't happen to scroll, or people don't happen to look directly at the screen before they happen to type. Like, it's not that difficult. I'm pretty sure everybody in here knows English. I'm pretty sure everybody went through schoolings, and usually people happen to look around, before they say something. I guess not. I guess we're living in a time and space where people are like, yo, man, what is this even specifically about? You could rewind the live stream. You could happen to look back if you want to inform yourself. At the top of the video, it says viral videos. When you look at the screen, you see information dealing with one video, and from that one video sparks a conversation, and then a sub conversation, and then that branches off because other people in the comment section has something to say. So I respond to those comments, and then more responses, and so on and so on and so on. I'm pretty sure people know and understand how, like, Twitch works, or TikTok, or different things of that nature. I don't know how everybody has technology and they're on all of these social media platforms, but yet they become so bewildered when they end up on a live stream. I'm a little bit confused. That's some crazy work. It is some crazy work out here. Somebody says sometimes it does seem that they are looking and trying to be like Black Americans, but they are poor, and education taken. Okay, let me see what else you have. I'm just trying to. Oh, I think that was the last thing that you wrote. Okay. Either that, or maybe somebody might have blocked you. I don't know. Somebody said that African braiders are making Black women bald. You know what? Do I have that? Do I have a video up here dealing with braiders? Actually, I got the reverse. I got a reverse video dealing with the African braiders, in a sense. But it'd be like that. It'd be like that. Somebody said, you are just a hurt child, mad at a parent who was chained and couldn't come and save you. Wait a minute, hold on. So don't ban this person. Do not ban this person, because I'm just trying to figure out something. So I'm a mad and angry child. All right, cool, no problem. I can be directly in that place, right? So let me get out of the emotional part and let me just speak logically, right? So how long were Africans ensnared? How long were Africans chained up? Let me know, because going by at least some historical text, I at least know how long Black Americans were in bondage, chattel slavery. So let's say like 400 to 500 years. Out of that 400 to 500 years, how long were Africans just like, yo, we're just deeply enchained. We can't do anything. We can't move to and from anywhere. Ah, Shem was like, too late. Ah, yo, let me tell you. Let me tell you. Let me tell you. Sham was like, I'm not even having it today. Moving right along then. Moving right along. Moving right along. Right. Sham was like, I'm backing people up today. I got you. No problem. No problem. So now we're gonna go to the next video that I got. I'm trying to pick which one I want to do first, right? Because the other one is kind of nicer. So I'll save the other lady's video for the end. So we'll go to this one right quick.
Know us. We like to make people earn our attention and earn our time. But I thought Kenya wanted to battle. I thought Kenya brought their baddest bitch out. I thought they brought their baddest bitch out. But y'all know how Black Americans do. We give y'all a old nasty stats and facts drag, okay? Because y'all need to pipe down. So in this episode of Thrashing the Continent, we on Kenya, baby. Let's get into it. The Kenya National Bureau of Statistics, Quality Statistics for Better Lives. This is straight from the Kenyan government. Now, right here, poverty rate for Kenya, 39.8% in 2022. So we're going to work with 2022 because I could not find 2023, 2024, 2025. That ends up being 21. Okay, that ends up being 21.2 million people. Now, if we go to US, percentage of Black families in the United States who live below the poverty level, okay, 2022, 14.3%. Our population is 50 million people. That was 7 million people, 7 million Black Americans who were in poverty in 2022. What?
Silence.
What? But I thought y'all want to fight. I thought y'all want to fight. I thought y'all want to roast. Meanwhile, in America, to qualify for public assistance, welfare, Section 8 EBT, you have to be in poverty. So only 7 million Black Americans qualified for them things. Okay. But Kenya is being supported by our country, y'all. 200 million done already been sent to them in the last 6 months to keep them alive. Because that's what we keeping them alive. We keep hope alive. And as you can see right here, 2021 to 2025, the money just kept on growing. See that? You know, it hit some highs, it hit some lows, but Trump ain't having that. So it dropped significantly in 2025.
Oh, that's a lot of money.
And that's why they out here mad. And these are some of the things we had to pay for them.
Brother,
it's a lot.
What?
Why all these people be needing assistance with AIDS? Okay, this why.
Hold on, let me just pause that. So, where the money is going, 180 million to Kenya was going for emergency food assistance, 53.17 million for global health supply chain, 38 Title II emergency program, 21 mil development food security activity, 19 global aid supporting the implementation, 18 development food security activity, 16 global aid supporting the sustainable, I guess that was like implementation. And then we got 15 million again global aid supporting sustainability implementation. And we got a few other ones directly. Brother, I need to again. This is why for anybody that's African directly, in the background, this is why y'all need to shut up. This is exactly why y'all need to sit up there and shut up, because obviously there's either information that you know or information that you don't know that's going on in your country. Some of y'all just really think that your country is just doing so well that y'all ain't getting no help from nowhere. Man, this is why y'all need to sit up there and stay out of a lot of conversations, because y'all can't sit up there and do the reverse. You can't sit up there. Oh, us Africans, we're sitting up there. Let's sit up there and show how much money we're giving to Black Americans every single year because you guys can't help yourself. You can't do it. You can't do it. You can't do it because It don't exist. It don't exist. Y'all don't got commercials, of the African Children's Fund trying to sit up there and save Black American kids, Black American people. Y'all don't got those. Y'all never had the reverse. Like I said before, this is why a lot of people at this moment in time, what needs to happen online is that Black Americans just need to start bringing stats just to like humble folks directly out here. Because like I said, people don't want to respect just information that we have to sit up there and tell them. So cool, fine. They don't want to respect that. Give them the information directly out there. And make sure it's from somebody white, because Africans ain't gonna have nothing to say when it's somebody white putting up the numbers and the information. If you say that you did as a Black American, if you say that you did your numbers and information, they'll scoff at you, laugh at you, and won't believe you. Like I said, we done already seen this, but let's go.
I keep saying, they be thinking that they have all this free healthcare, all of this different stuff. No, they be doing science experiments on y'all, okay? But 14.95 million in emergency food assistance, we done fed the whole damn country, y'all. The whole damn country, we done fed them. Title II emergency program, and then look at the top, 180.5 million in emergency food assistance. Why y'all can't feed yourselves? Why is y'all hungry? Is that why that little boy up here harassing us, y'all? Because he hangry. He hungry. Baby, go feed the people, child. You out here trying to make them laugh when they need food. They don't need jokes, little boy. They need food. Have a good day.
So it was the last two: emergency food assistance, and then again, Title II emergency program. That's a lot of money. That is a lot of money that you got some Africans receiving from America. And people like to say that Africa feeds the world. But yet you got Africa that can barely afford to feed Africans. Color me surprised. Color me surprised directly on that. Diabolical in nature. But it be like that. But like somebody said, I'm just an angry child. That's, just angry at their parents, right? But yet the parents can't afford to take care of themselves. Can't afford to take care of their community. That's diabolical work, but I'm the one that's the problem because I'm the angry child. All right, you got it. Let's keep going.
I was thinking what I'm thinking. Look, listen, as a South Sudanese American, watching Black Americans' reactions to seeing other Black people in white countries is blurring the mind. Chat, listen. As a South Sudanese American, meaning I'm an immigrant, meaning I came from another country. I'm not an immigrant, I'm a refugee. As a refugee, my people, just my people alone, as in my family, was scattered all over the world. We're in Canada, Australia, the UK. We're in Dublin, Ireland. We're in Iceland. We're everywhere, right? I've been new this my whole life. Been new South Sudanese people everywhere because I got family everywhere. That's why I be traveling. I got family I can go stay with. Cool, right? When I went to Australia in 2013, and I only had an iPod back then. As soon as I landed, all my cousins and them were like, "You got Black American friends? You got pictures with your Black American friends? Like, I can't believe you have Black American friends." And at the age of 14, that's when it clicked in my mind. Black Americans are only specific, obviously the Black Americans are only specific to the United States. There is no other country in the world that has Black people that essentially their ethnicity, their culture was white. Like, when Black Americans travel the world, people are like, "Oh, wow, you're a majestic creature." Whole time Black Americans are here in America looking at Black people in the diaspora of the world and are like, "Oh my God, like a Black Scottish," like I said, most oftentimes those Black people in those countries, their families, whether they're 3-4 generations deep into that country, they came from Africa or the Caribbeans. Black Americans, they're only found in America. Like, wake it up, wake up, wake up, bro. It's not clicking, Steven. What's not clicking? The culture, like, y'all know y'all are the culture. Like, y'all have pride in the fact that y'all are the world, the global culture, and y'all know that. But I don't think you've accepted that. Like, if you've watched The Matrix, they tell him he's a chosen one, but only until he accepts that he's a chosen one and believes he's a chosen one will he activate his powers. Like, bruh, we've been waiting for y'all to activate. Come on, it's time to activate Black Americans. Like, I'm telling you, I swear to God, all the people in those other countries watching you guys discover them, they're like, "Oh my God, like, Black Americans are acknowledging us. They see us." It's not the other way around. It's not y'all found cousins. Like, "Hey, cousin, we found y'all." No. They're just, like, baffled that you acknowledge them. They're like the little sibling that is like, "Oh my God, I can finally hang out with the big sisters."
As a South Sudanese American living in Black America, this is what I see.
Right. So the main thing that stuck out to me is how she stated that Black Americans are, in a sense, the rarest amongst everybody else that is basically melanated. We are, in a sense, the rarest group. We are the rarest bunch. We are only found, realistically, born, raised, found in one specific place. You're not going to find Black Americans just over anywhere. We're specifically in one place, from one place originally. So again, you got all these other people talking about, oh, you're African, you're African, you're African. Africans everywhere, right? Yeah, everywhere. Just like she stated herself, she was like, she is Sudanese because she's a refugee and things that went on in her country. Her people have been displaced, and you can find them all over, European areas and all this other type of stuff. When it deals with Black Americans, that's not, no matter what it is that we've gone through or have had to face, you're not hearing us say that we are, in a sense, we're one place, one area. This is why I sat up there and said before that it's very interesting to see all of these other groups specifically going at a minority in this world. We are 40 to 50 million of us directly here, one continent. And for whatever reason, we have all of this attention. Everybody could be focused on themselves. They could be focused on their neighbors, their friends, their family. They could be focused on fixing their countries, their governments, and raising their GDP, producing better health care, right? Giving better prenatal care and all this other stuff. They could be doing so many more other things. But for whatever reason, the focus seems to be directly on us. And like I said before, nobody finds that to be a little bit weird. The minority out of, when you look at the world population and you basically put Black Americans directly, in there, we ain't really moving nothing, right? Because everybody else got far more larger numbers, right? But yet all of the popular groups, all of the popular kids seemingly are focused on the smallest minority. Doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any type of sense at all. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Very interesting. Because, like I said, everybody can't talk and say the exact same things that we say. They can't. They cannot. They can try, but their people are going to know exactly it's them. They're going to be able to spot them. Africans can easily spot other Africans a mile away. I've seen it time and time again. But when it's in Black American, they know. They know they can't sit up there. Oh, I know you're at. Nope, can't even do that because you know what it is. But anyways, Sham said, "LOL, wear a bonnet at night. I don't like my hair drying out. I just don't wear it when I wake up. That's weird to me that people do that." I mean, it'd be like I said, I don't know where she's at. I don't even know what time of day it is. So, it'd be like that, I guess. It'd be like that. So now we're going to go to a few different videos that are outside of the spectrum. That's why I happen to say that these are just, viral videos directly out there amongst yonder and all the other type of stuff. So let's go to the next one, see what this woman has to state.
Woman will lay down and die and voluntarily check into hell before she lets the world think that a Black woman has a higher socioeconomic status than her. So I'm really confused as to why this confuses me.
But you're rich.
Doesn't mean that as me.
Really? Wait, what? You're wealthier?
Yeah.
The fact that Miranda is married to Raven does not change anything. We see it in all sorts of situations like this one here. A nurse got on TikTok a couple years ago and told a story about a deathbed confession of an old white woman. And she said that she got a young Black man when she was a little girl because his little sisters had a prettier dress than her and she was jealous. So she told a bunch of lies and said that that young Black man touched her. She sent a mob after that young Black man and got him all because she was jealous that little black girls look better than her. There is nothing that triggers them more than having to play second fiddle to us.
So I hope that people were able to get all of the information that was directly there. A variety of things are basically highlighted, right? And I have the videos dealing with the black tennis player, the black female tennis player, and the confrontation or argument that she had with the European tennis player, and how the European tennis player, she lost her cool. She 100% lost it because she lost. She didn't know how to sit up there and take it. Black woman beat her. She decided to start yelling and this, that, and the third, and all this other. Even her coach had to come out there and say, like, yeah, she lost it. That's something that she needs to work on. We've been trying to work on that and that. It's like, no, she don't need to be playing tennis. She don't need to be playing tennis. If you don't know how to sit up there and take a loss, and especially if it comes from a black woman, it's like, yo, you just need to be out of sports. Go be a cashier somewhere. Go handle some bags. Go do something else. Because like I said before, it's crazy that I'm gonna put that video together and have that up for y'all at a certain point. But what's crazy to me is the fact that you will still have people on social media seeing all this, and they will still try to point the optics and make it seem as though that the black tennis player was the problem. They will still try to go out their way and try to make it seem as though that the black tennis player is a problem, because they will do everything possible, even if their own people are wrong. They will do everything possible to put them in a positive light and to automatically defend them. The other video that was 100% crazy, and I remember watching that when it first happened. Raven-Symoné with her white wife, and the wife wanted to basically say that she was wealthier or richer than Raven-Symoné. I'm like, what was even the purpose of you saying that? Because if I'm just being real, don't nobody in Black America even know who you are. It's great that you got money, you're white. You should. That's normally how it works, right? But Raven literally worked for everything that she got. She was on the Cosby Show, and then a few other shows, and then That's So Raven, and yada yada yada, right? And then she was a part of a group and all this other type of stuff, right? And because she can sing and different things of that nature. So she did not grow up privileged. She didn't grow up, in a sense, with money. That was built by her skill set, by God-given ability, right? You to sit up there and come out and be like, oh, well, I'm wealthier than her. What does that mean? If your daddy and granddad didn't exist, would you still have that money? Because I promise you, somehow, some way, for you being a white woman, somebody in that family who was a man generated that money. It wasn't a woman in your family that generated that money. It was a man. It was a grandfather. It was probably an uncle. It was your dad. Some man in your family generated that money so that you could be wealthy. You didn't sit up there and do that. And I can tell you, your mom didn't sit up there and do it. Because 9 times out of 10, that's not how that works. But it's crazy to see somebody do that to another person who is supposed to be their partner. Because at a moment in time of having a partnership, having a companion, the thing that partners and companions are supposed to do is that they're supposed to uplift. They're not supposed to, oh, I'm about to prop myself up and this, that, and the third, and all this other type of, like, and you're still with this person, Raven? You still with it? You find it to be acceptable to have your Caucasian partner deciding that she wanted to be on a Caucasian platform and basically try to clown you. Because the craziest part is that the woman there was egging Raven's wife on, sitting up here saying, like, oh, well, if you got the money, say it right now. Let the people know that you got more money than Raven. And she did just that. And I'm like, that's weird. I'm like, that's very, very weird. But then this goes into another theory that people have, where they feel as though that woman is, in a sense, Raven's handler, to make sure that she doesn't go off the rails and do things that she's not supposed to be sitting up there doing. Because if you notice, whenever it is, and I've said this before, whenever it is that you got black folks directly with money, for some odd reason, society will decide that they want to start throwing a lot of things directly at them in order to lullaby them, so that they don't, what a lot of people like to say, like, oh, the blacks, they're radicalized, they're this, that, and the third, and or they always want to just help out their own and their people, and that's not how things should, right? It's that whole thing, because they don't want black people who have money to come back to the community to uplift and help their own. They're fine with everybody else doing it. This is why I specifically said to the Africans out there, white America is completely fine with giving y'all money to start businesses. They're completely fine with giving you things that are necessary so that you can establish, fend for yourselves, feed yourselves, and educate, because they don't view your demographic at all, no matter the numbers. They're not looking at you as a threat, because you're not. Now, when it deals with black Americans, we've always been a threat in the United States, one way or another. This is why a lot of things, a lot of laws and different things of that nature have changed. Go back to the 60s because of us. Right? But then she stated one very specific story. And if I can happen to find that story, I'm going to bring it directly to you. She stated that a woman who was a nurse, because for whatever reason, a lot of white folks, whenever it is that they're about to pass, right, they want to start, laying everything out, right? They want to, let me just clear my conscience. Let me just cleanse my karma before I really just, bite the big one, right? And now they want to start being honest, and they want to start having regrets. But when you were alive and healthy, you weren't trying to be honest to have any regrets. Right. So you had a Caucasian woman that decided that when she was younger, she was jealous of a little black girl that had a nice dress. And because she didn't have a nice dress, being a little white girl, she decided to fabricate a lie that inevitably took the life of a young black man, or a young black boy. Yeah. That's some crazy work. That is some crazy work. But like I said, there's a lot of stories like this. And some of which were cataloged because you had some people that lived that were able to tell the tale, and a lot of stories you will never know. We will never hear anything about, because they made sure to take that stuff directly with them to the grave. So, again, it's very easy for the main majority out here to try to make it seem like they're not racist or they're not a part of anything. That's because a lot of them don't actually know no better, because they're also being taught and raised directly in ignorance, because a lot of information is being kept, is being held secret, because America knows what would take place if they were to 100% come out and tell the truth. They know it will cause chaos. They know it would be mass disruptions. People would lose their minds. They would not know how to take in any of the information. Even if America came out right now and gave full totality of all the information, background history, they showed you pictures, they showed you stuff that they kept in jars or whatnot, whatever, you would still have white folks out here not believing it, not wanting to accept it, not paying attention to it on purpose. So, like I said, this is where we currently are at this moment in time. It don't matter the truth. It don't matter the facts that you have or whatever evidence. People just want to believe the stuff that they want to sit up there and believe and do the things that they want to do. But like I said, it's crazy. That is crazy. That is crazy. Gail, I have not a clue. I was a fan of Raven. I used to sit up there and watch that show. I was watching that show every single day. Let me tell you something. I was watching that show every single day. I was hoping one day I can go to that high school. But it's a TV show. But yeah, like I said, there's a lot of things that happen directly in Hollywood. And again, Raven, when you were able to hear Raven during certain points in times, you could hear things there, and you could technically tell what type of time that she could very possibly actually be on. Remember, she started off on the Cosby's, so there are certain things there that it's like in the background. They're like, yo, we gotta get this one under control. We can't have her sitting up there, veering off and this, that, and the third, and whatnot. We gotta get this directly under control now. So some way, somehow, they were able to sit up there and do it. I don't know. I don't know what transpired. I don't know what happened, but like I said, and for a lot of those Disney stars, that's what they did, because Raven technically is a Disney star. Her show was on Disney, and things of that nature. But it be like that. It be like that. Gail said her costume designer had a fit trying to hide her curves. Yeah, you wasn't hiding that. You just was not hiding that at all. Was not hiding that. So now let's go to let me see. Somebody said that this dude is a perfect example of an intelligent person misdirecting their intellect towards stupid stuff. The funny thing is, whatever people view as stupid, other people view it as important at the time. Like I said before. Um, and the thing I love so much is that doing social media, I can always get people, that want to throw types of comments. They want to throw some slights and all this other type of stuff and yada, yada, yada. But at the same time, of people critiquing the content that I do or what it is that I want to spend my time talking about, because again, this is what I do as a content creator. Those same people opt not to get on social media and use their own voice. They want to hide in the background. So that's a little bit weird, directly to me. And I like highlighting stuff, right? So like I said, shout out to a lot of people in the background. Like I said, it's all love. Shout out to the trolls. Shout out to, all of the haters who want to pop up. Shout out to all of the racists that want to pull up to the scene. Bring your family. Bring your kids. Bring your dead grandmother, grandfather, bring all your dead relatives. You know, like I said, it's a whole party. Everybody is invited. You might not be invited to the cookout, but you're invited to this show. It is all good, right? But like I said before, if you actually have a problem, and this is what I like to sit up there and tell people, right? Because I like to put people to task because I'm already doing my task. So obviously, you got enough time on your hands to make comments directly on this channel and try to say something. So my task for you is to use your voice, cam up, use your voice, and actually create a platform. Talk about stuff that you actually think is actually important, right? My task for you, and I'm not trying to hear the excuse of like, oh, I'm not really interested, I don't really care. If you didn't care, then you shouldn't have made the comment. My task for you is to do better than me. That shouldn't be that difficult. Everybody likes to run their mouth in life for free anyway. So just like you ran your mouth and your fingers directly in my comment section during this live stream, run that exact same mouth on TikTok, on IG, on Facebook, on YouTube, on Party, on Kick, on X, whatever platforms you find suitable or comfortable, and start creating content. If not, just kindly shut T fuck up. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. That's for anybody else in the comment section. I want to say something. Just shut the fuck up. That's it. That's it. It is that easy. What? He said, man, sure, objectively and subjectively, but man, I can tell you're a smart man, but you're talking about Raven Simone, just saying your time and brain would be better used for something like science. I know you're new here. I know directly that you're new here. I know directly that you're new here. I've covered a variety of topics. Um, like I said, I like science. I love science. Um, but as stated before, there are a lot of other things outside of science that can be studied. There are a lot of other things outside of science that people could manage and look directly at and bring direct awareness to. Speaking of which, you actually have scientists on these platforms that can educate and teach people. You got scientists that actually spend free time making free documents. I mean, sorry, yeah, free documents, documentaries, writing books and everything to educate people. How many people in general are clamoring to like really go out and buy those books to find the information? Pretty much nobody. And that's not saying that the information is not valuable. It's just saying that a lot of people don't find interest in those things and don't care. Even if it had the cure to cancer directly in there, people are not rushing to go get those books. People are not rushing to learn the science or the information or whatnot or whatever, or how to replicate it in their households at this moment in time. People are not doing it. Another thing too is because you wanted to talk about science and information. I got you right. So we got a lot of people out here that are creating free energy or different methods of energy of which people could use for their own homes on their own land. How many people are trying to work and spend money trying to replicate that so that the cost efficiency and how much and everything else will basically go down, so every single person in the United States could, let's say, have a type of machine that can give them pure water instead of us having to pay a water bill? How many people are trying to everyday people how many everyday people are trying to duplicate and figure out that science right now? Pretty much none. Pretty much none. And that information is directly out there. You got smart, intelligent people out here right now that are builders. How many people do you see trying to replicate and do these things? You don't. There are few, far, and in between. When you look at all of the other forms of media and stuff that is directly out here, what people tend to pay directly attention to, yeah. Like I said before, and I'm going to simply state again, if people want to sit up there and just watch, it's cool, no problem, no problem, no problem. But if you want to basically critique and you want to have something slick to sit up there and say, this is when I'm just going to be looking at you and be like, yo, so what are you doing? Because I know what I'm doing. This is why you're here. Like I said, this is clear cut a difference and how things tend to work. Hold on, give me 1 second. So yeah, like I said before, like it's crazy to me how you got all of these people that want to say what's important, what's not important, but yet those same people trying to dictate that are not solely focused on that. But yet you're here again. I don't mind you being here, but again, it's just a little bit weird to me, right? If you are specifically, worried about cars, but yet you decide to come here and tell me how much concern you have for cars and how I should be talking about it, you yourself with the concern should be the one, putting the content and everything like that out there, but you're not. Right. Anyways, like I said before, we're gonna, keep going. And I wanted to talk about, Raven Simone. And technically the video was not even just solely about Raven Simone. That was just what we talked about, but people don't actually focus. And I actually said positive stuff about Raven, which is great. Anyways, like I said, you can't win. You can't win for sitting up there and even saying not or whatever. It's crazy out here. But anyways, let's go to the next part here.
I'm from New York. I'm bad. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. No. Get out of here. I don't give a I'll call somebody to whoop your ass right now. Out of here. What? Out of here. Stop playing with me, you out of here. I didn't saw nobody. You started recruiting me, nigga. You started recruiting me. You check your right now. Check your phone right now. Suck my you white trailer trash. Get the I will away from you. I will snap the holy glasses off your face. And you get the away from me. Move. Move. I will spit in your face right now. I will spit in your face. Move.
So before when I was going through and trying to edit the video, basically back here, you can't really see it because I have the bar up there because watermarks and stuff of that nature. But basically, how the video started from the person that was filming was that the lady that you saw that was rah 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 and all the other type of stuff. She went up to somebody and physically assaulted them because she knocked whatever it is that they had directly out of their hand. In order to knock something out of somebody's hand, of which they're holding, you're going to hit both the object and the person, right? So that does count directly as assault. Nobody assaulted her or anything like that. She said supposedly that the dude was filming her or whatnot or whatever. I don't know. Nobody showed any type of film or whatnot or whatever. Not saying that it didn't happen, but again, I don't have any proof to say that that specifically did take place. But I do know that she did assault somebody. She was the only person that actually assaulted and put hands on somebody, and she even stated herself that ain't none of the guys there basically touch her. So during the whole engagement there, you had the woman deciding that she wanted to rah rah rah, be hyper aggressive, getting in people's face, get out of here, I'll spit on you, I'll smack the glasses off your face, listing all types of threats and all this other type of stuff. Now I just want to sit up there and state that I don't have a problem with people verbally defending themselves, but once it gets to a point where I can literally through the screen, I can feel all of your energy. I know when that was happening in that space, it was way larger. Like it would make people feel like very anxious. And you got one dude filming, and then you got another dude there. Let me just pull up. Let me see if I can actually get him right. Right. You had this dude here. Right. And in a part of the video, if you listen close enough or if you were able to hear it, he was saying like gonna like hit her or do nothing like while I'm here and all this other type of stuff. So I'm just trying to figure out. So I'm like, so you're allowing her as the guys there, you're allowing her to sit up there and in a sense get into a man's space, list all types of threats, say all types of verbiage, trying to antagonize, right? A situation in which she already assaulted somebody. And you're not going to put yourself in the middle and just like have her just like try to push her away from the whole situation versus her still ramping up, still saying this as she's listing threats. She's inching closer directly to the dude. This is what I be talking about. Where people are like, I'm not gonna let you like have any type of like physical response, but I'm going to allow her to still run her mouth and to potentially, still walk closer to you. Like that don't make no sense. Like what happened to the whole thing of like we're going to, protect and diffuse, and I didn't see none of that. I didn't I didn't see none of that at all. Like I said, that's 100% crazy. Like that don't even make no type of sense. And she seemed like she off her meds because I'm looking at directly how she is dressed and how she's looking. She looked crazy. And like I said, I get it. It's New York, but still, like I said, I was born and raised in Detroit. She looked crazy. Like I said, for New Yorkers, stuff like this is normal. For everybody else in the United States, this is not normal. Born and raised in Detroit, the moment in time you saw somebody walking out there looking like this and yelling and screaming, you knew that they were either on medication or they got let out of a mental facility or something like that. You already knew that something was directly off. Like I said, dog. I don't know. I don't know what to tell people on that one. Sam up there talking about Yu-Gi-Oh in the chat. Oh my goodness. Yo, that is crazy. That is crazy. Gail was like, "This is the Dollar Tree Krishan Rock." I think the name is actually Christopher. Because supposedly Krishan is transitioning, taking, supposedly testosterone and all that other type of stuff. So, you know, like I said, it'd be like that. It'd be like that out here. It's a dangerous world. Dangerous world. Let me see. What was? I'm trying to figure out what was the next video I got up here.
Little girl.
Yeah. Okay. So this is like another video. That technically it I'm just gonna say this like ahead of time. I don't like kids with like respectful mouths. I don't. Right, but again, as an adult, there are limitations when it deals with how you specifically, speak. And again, it's not like it's a kid out. Let me just let this play real quick. Let me just let it play.
Up them shoes, little girl. Yes, you are. Straight. I don't give a if them your shoes or not.
My mama said I don't gotta do nothing for y'all.
I don't give a what your mama say. When you come over here, that hairstyle is in your hair because of me. Your mom don't have no money to even pay for your hair. If you really want to, I don't care. I'm supposed to be like your stepmom and you treat me like nothing. I hate the way that you treat me and I do everything for you, little girl. I'm tired of that. You need to get out. You need to get your disrespectful ass daughter. You just be sitting here letting your daughter talk to me any type of way. Not cool. She ain't did shit. It don't matter, but she's talking about her mom said her mom said she don't have to do shit for us. Okay. And then she bouncing balls. Do you see how disrespectful this little girl is? She's disrespectful.
I'm gonna call my mom to come get me because I don't want to be.
Call your mom because I don't want you here. I never wanted you at my house.
Ask me to do stuff all day.
I don't ask you to
never do it by yourself.
Okay, we ask you to do stuff all day, but at the end of the day, she'll be giving you money doing your hair. You got a whole polo. That was a $200 jacket that you got on from your father, not your broke ass mama.
My mama ain't never broke.
So I just wanna sit up there and say I'm not even sure if those two are even married. Like it sound like some early 20s for the guy. Let me just go back and also want to highlight this the further showcase that black men are in their child's lives, right? So that is the father of the daughter, directly right there, and the woman who is obviously the girlfriend because she wanted to say that she's a stepmom. There's nothing that you're technically stepping up to, realistically. But she obviously feels a certain type of way about the mother or his ex girlfriend. So this is why in every single statement that she is making directly to the girl, she's making sure to say something directly about the mother. Like I said before, I do feel a way about how the girl is talking. She does have a very disrespectful mouth. But I will also state that in a lot of times, adults will say something in order to have certain things happen when it deals with kids and the things that they just so happen to state and whatnot or whatever. And she seems to be that type because her mouth is running. Because there's been times that I might have been in relationships and I've known stuff and all this other type of stuff, but I ain't about to sit up there and say nothing to a child. I'm not going to direct energy that I have for an adult to a child, nor am I going to badmouth that child's parent to that child. Like like I said, there are certain ways that you conduct yourself as a parent. There are certain ways. There are just certain ways that you sit up there and conduct yourself as a parent. And I'm more so just highlighting the relationship in between the older woman and the young girl. Somebody said that the father is wrong. Another person said the dude ain't shit. I mean, if you're talking about him not specifically saying something, even though he came in defense of his daughter, like I'm just trying to figure out, right? Because I'm trying to navigate these waters as as whatever, right? Because on one end we get on black men for not being there, right? Everybody in the black community in general has gotten on black men for not being there. Everybody in general has wanted to specifically push out all of the stats. Oh, black men, y'all ain't fathers, this, that, and the third, and all this other type of stuff, right? So the black father here ain't technically really taking sides because more than likely he'd already had disagreements and conversations. I could tell by his voice and how it is that he's just paying attention to the refrigerator and not even looking at the woman. I can already tell that she got a type of mouth. So I can already sit up there and tell you. So he heard some stuff, basically defended his daughter and all this other type of stuff. And it's like he's wrong for, in a sense, doing that. But in general, we like to say that black men are not fathers and that they're not even there. They're not even present. in that they don't even defend the women that are important of their lives, that they don't defend their kids. Like I said, I'm just trying to figure this. I'm just trying to figure this out. Like which one are we going to specifically go on? Because I'm showing you a video of which a black father is there. He is there. The child is spending time. Obviously, he got they might have 50-50 cousins. However, it basically works. It's his time to spend time with his daughter, and things ain't going right with the woman and the daughter. There's a disagreement. They sitting up there butting heads. Stuff like that happen. But I'm just trying to figure out, like, which narrative do y'all want to sit up there and go with? Y'all want to say that the father that's there, he just ain't shit and all this other type of shit, or do you want to sit up and say that the black fathers who fully abandon their responsibilities, and which one is it? Because I'm just lost. Like, I don't even know where to go anymore. Because if a father is present and not present, seemingly any which way it goes, they still ain't shit. Like, I'm just trying to figure out, because I try my best as a black man, black American man, to sit up there and try to, like, at least hit three birds with like one stone, and try to give something that's like, all right, this is highlighting black fathers being there and being present. And then this is also talking about another issue and all this other type of stuff. And then by me showcasing the black father being there, it's also further breaking down and eroding away the narrative that black men don't care, that we're not there, that we just want to give and pass on the responsibility to everybody. I'm logically asking for anybody that's listening, where the fuck do y'all want me to go? Let me know. Just let me know. Like, how do y'all want me to sit up there and start categorizing and going directly after myself and other black men? How do y'all want that to do? Because it's like, dog, like, this is why I sit up there and tell y'all, when it deals with content creation, like, this is a lot of the frustrations that content creators, in a sense, go through when they put content directly out there. Because somehow, some way, even if it's right, it's still wrong. And it's like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Like, this is crazy. Like, there's a lot of instances where guys, like I said, I ain't even asking no guys here, to be honest. There's a lot of instances where dudes just like, yo, I'm not trying to hear nobody mouth. I'm pretty sure, I want people to understand that this dude right here at the refrigerator, he got 3 mouths that he got to hear from, and all of which are women. He got to hear from the mother of his child, her mouth is running. He got to hear from the woman that he's with because she don't like his ex, her mouth is sitting up there running. And on top of that, he got to hear from his own daughter, which is half of his DNA. He don't have nowhere to run. He don't have nobody that's going to care or try to manage his emotions or try to figure out if he is okay or how he's doing. He got to try to manage and take care of the main 3 women that are currently present in his life. And even with him as one man trying to balance all of that, he will still, and other people will still say, oh, he ain't shit. He ain't nothing. He ain't doing much. He's not a real man. Where are we supposed to go? What am I supposed to do? What do y'all want me to do? What do y'all want me to do? Tippy says, yo, what's up, Tippy? Tippy said, Seji, I get it. He's there, but he got to be a father, not just there and not operate. I get what you're saying, but Tippy, like, I put it to you like this, right? There were videos a while ago, right? So just so people know what I'm responding to, right? Responding to Tippy, one of our great and awesome and beautiful moderators here on this platform. So there were videos of which that I covered before, and you had the black fathers that were there and they were disciplining their kids. It doesn't matter if it was male or female, they were disciplining their kids. And once those videos got out, you had people in the black community sitting up there saying, like, yo, you're doing too much. Yo, why did you go to that limit? Like, why didn't you just have a conversation? Why didn't you just talk to him? Why didn't you just punish him? Why do you got to sit up there and use a belt? Like, why did that video have to be, put out of you disciplining and spanking your child and all this other type of stuff, right? So what I'm saying is, even if the father is right, every child in a sense deserves, or in a sense, because of what happens, children out here, some need discipline, right? There's a variety of different sources for discipline. It's however it is that people pick and choose, right? But you have a lot of these kids out here that be really talking real slick, real greasy. And you can put them in timeout. You can decide to talk directly to them. You can talk as calmly and as logically. You can even talk emotionally directly to them. You can even have other people talk to them, and they not sitting up there listening. So after all of the things that you wanted to go through are done, this is your last resort. And now when that last resort happens, people are like, yo, that's a bad father. You're a bad parent. You're not supposed to sit up there and do that. You're this, you're that. All this, your daughter's going to now hate you because of what it is that you like. You can't win for losing. So now, you don't happen to see those videos of kids getting hit with belts anymore. I'm pretty sure you might not even have a lot of black parents out here and even doing that. And you see how these kids are running around and acting. Everybody clearly sees how a lot of these kids in the black community are running around and acting, and how they got smart mouths and saying this and saying this and saying whatnot or whatever to all of these folks directly out there. Like I said, it's diabolical. It's diabolical how a lot of this, how a lot of this stuff happens. So that's pretty much, that's all I'm saying, Tippy. Like when it deals with men, when it deals with fathers, and they're in these types of situations, it's very difficult to navigate those waters because it's a landmine. It don't matter where you step, it's a landmine. You're going to be affected one way or another, and you're going to be the villain. You're going to be the bad guy because somebody has to be the bad guy. No woman out here is going to make herself the bad guy in the situation, even if she's wrong. So I'm not, in a sense, mad at him. I'm not mad at him for the way that he went about the situation because, like I said, he protected his daughter. I've heard too many black women basically say that black men don't protect no women out here, not even their own daughters. He did that. One way or another, he defended his daughter, even if she was wrong or right or wrong, he still defended her. So I thought that would have, in a sense, been a common ground to, break down the narrative that, black men don't defend. Just saying. Just saying, I don't know. I don't know. And I don't know how sincere the other woman is, because what tends to happen is that when you have two women in a situation and one has a child and the other one is the brand new girl, um, new women like to take out their frustrations on other people's kids, and they don't like to treat them right. I've seen this before. And that's something else that people don't want to, happen to talk about, when it deals with stuff like that. I, as a guy, is like, at the moment in time somebody had a kid, it's like, yo, whatever it is, all right, everybody need food. All right, everybody need food. Cool. Right? Just going to sit up there and buy some food. We going to the whatever it is. Right? Like I said, in a lot of instances, you got 9 times out of 10, you got guys that'll just sit up there and look at the situation as is and deal with the situation and just do what they feel needs to be done. You have other guys out there that be like, I ain't sitting up there doing this. I ain't the father, da 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 da, all this other type of stuff. And I'm like, that's cool. I understand that 100%. You are in the correct. But within that same mentality, as I've told people before, if you feel a certain type of way about the other person that they were with or their kids, and stop dating people or stop going after people who got kids. If for men out there that always say that, yo, I ain't taking care of nobody kids, don't go after women who have kids. Don't date women or talk to women who got kids. There are a lot of single women directly out there in the world that don't got kids. A lot of single women. But for whatever reason, you got dudes out here that want to go after women with kids, and then they want to turn around and start crying and complaining online. It don't make no sense. Same thing for women. Stop going after dudes who got kids. Just because those dudes might be able to make you feel good. That's how he made the first kid with the first woman. Just because he can make you feel good one certain type of way, again, you're going emotionally. You're not thinking logically. If you know that whatever it is going to be a problem a little bit later on, save yourself from that and go excommunicado with that dude and seek out a guy who don't have kids. Like I said, that's my solution to people who like to sit up there and cry. That's the only thing I can sit up there and tell people. That's the only thing I got to, sit up there and tell people. It's like, if you don't want to sit up there and cry about situations, save yourself from those situations. If you know a situation is going to happen, ask yourself, if I remove myself from this situation, is it still a situation? The answer, the equation, is going to tell you, no, it's not going to be a problem or a situation because you're not present. So you're the core. right? Like I said, crazy work. It is crazy work. And then the other thing I want to state is this too. That girlfriend there, or whoever she is, she's brand new to the scene. That daughter's going to be there forever. That little girl is going to be soon enough a grown woman. And that's going to be the grown woman that's going to look after and take care of him when he's in his 60s. That woman who was recording, that woman who was bad mouthing, that woman who was talking and that is trying to do rah 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 with that little girl, she ain't going to be there for that man when he's 60, when he's up there in the home, when he got to sit up there and walk with a cane, when he got to worry about his medical bills, when he might be blind in one eye, or if he happens to get in a car crash. That woman who was recording and running her mouth right there, she is not, she's only here for now. She ain't going to be there in 30 years. So, and that's the other aspect of this, of which I don't feel, you know, I don't really feel a certain type of way for the father defending the daughter, because he knows who's going to be there and who's not going to be there. And obviously that woman hasn't showed anything of the presence that she is going to be there anything past a week or a month, 3 months, or maybe a year from now. She ain't really shown nothing. So, I don't know. I do got another video actually matching up with that. I got to open up what's the name real quick. Funny enough, I'm trying to figure out why is my graphics card even running, because it shouldn't be. There's actually a previous video dealing with something similar like this. It's gonna get on my nerves to no end, but I can't exactly find it right now. Let me see. I got to take down some of these videos, but also much love, respect, and appreciation to any and all of those who are currently here. At this moment in time. Anyway, since I ended up starting this video, we're going to go directly for this one. So, past, just to sit up there and put it directly out there, because I want to get with this like ahead of time, because I know how people start getting. You'll be able to see that clearly. I'm thinking that the black guy is in a interracial relationship. So I'm thinking that is his partner directly on the side in the blue shirt, right? The black guy's in front of the basket, and the woman that he is with, I'm guessing she is Caucasian, is directly in the blue shirt and the black thing, pants, shorts, whatever those basically are, right? So we already get it. Interracial relationship, right? A lot of people be like, I'm not going to care. This is that, and the third, all this other type of stuff. You brought it on yourself. Cool, great, got it. Let's move that directly out of the way. The main reason to showcase this video is to show the fact that no matter how white women basically act in public, no matter how they start stuff and egg stuff on, everybody will come directly to their defense and then look at the other person as the villain. You're even going to see a black Costco worker protect that white woman and try to diffuse the situation by looking directly at the black dude and trying to do all of the other type of stuff. But let's take a look. Some other woman. Like I said, at the end of the day, what should have happened, since you had Braveheart that wanted to pull up to the scene and like the green shirt that wanted to get into the black dude's face, you should have got control of your woman. I don't care how sexist that sounds. At the end of the day, at no point in time should a woman be talking aggressively to a dude. If you got a man directly right there, at no point in time should a woman be talking that aggressive, that close to a dude. That's the stupidest move as a woman that you could sit up there and do. I don't know how else to sit up there and put it. Like you're telling him, you're saying all of this stuff, telling him to shut up, this, that, and the third, talking aggressively and whatnot. Dog, shut up. Just shut up. You got a guy that's there. Let that dude basically just let him talk. Let your husband, your boyfriend, whoever, let him sit up there and talk. Why are you as a woman running your mouth to a man? Oh, that's right. Because you know that you got other white men around you that are going to sit up there and protect you, and they're going to enable your foolishness. Like, this is the craziest stuff. And then you had, like, how many workers was that? You had like a taller bald guy. You got the dude with the glasses. You got the black dude that sat up there and pulled up. You got another female. I'm not even sure if she works for Costco that sat up there. I swear it was about at least like 4 to 5 of them that worked directly up, that pulled up to the scene. And again, it didn't even make any type of sense. All you have to, like, to the dude in the green, get your woman under control. Shut her down. Close her mouth, something. Because she, like, what I'm trying to get through to a lot of people is that when you got women like that that are willing to run off at the mouth and they want to sit up there and talk, this is when we get to instances where the two men, somebody might somebody might not be here. Because you have a woman like that that's going to continue to run her mouth and to continue talking, and she's going to make the situation worse, which is then going to later force the hand of another man to sit up there and step in. And now when you got two men in a heightened situation and somebody feels that they got to protect some type of pride and some type of ego and this, that, and the third, and how the woman is going to view them, now it's a life or death situation. All because the woman there could not shut the fuck up. Like, Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. There was no reason for her to keep talking. There was nobody can give me a reason as to why it is that she needed to keep talking to a man. Why? For what reason? Who did you have to defend yourself from? You got all of these men there. Why would you need to keep talking? Who did you need to really verbally defend yourself from? If the black dude wanted to keep talking, yo, just let him talk. Mind your business. Keep sitting up there moving. But like I said, she wanted something to happen. She was hoping for something to sit up there happen. So then, instead of her being a perpetrator, she can also be the victim. Because like I said before, the captions didn't catch that she was sitting up there still talking and saying stuff. The only difference is she wanted to say it quietly. The black dude, he was just saying it. He was like, I don't even care. He's like, I'm going to sit up there saying it, and you're going to hear me whether you like it or not. Like I said, it's a difference. Black people will directly say something. Other people will sit up there and say it directly under their breath. And they'll try to act like they didn't say nothing. And then you got the one white worker that's wearing the glasses. I didn't hear anything. I don't know what specifically happened. I just got here. Dog, I can clearly hear her talking and running her mouth, but you're not turning around and telling her to shut up. But you want to make sure to tell the black dude to shut up. Come on, dog. Come on. Like I said, this is the type of stuff. This is the type of stuff that I be talking about. And again, like I said in previous videos, this is how a lot of guys end up losing their lives. And people didn't want to pay attention. People didn't want to listen. People wanted to make it seem like, you're just sitting up there attacking one demographic. This is a white woman doing this. And I'm going to reiterate again, because you got a lot of women out here that don't know how to shut the fuck up. This is why a lot of men inevitably end up losing their lives. Not because two men were fighting, but because there was a woman there. And all she had to do was just be quiet. That's all she had to do. The dude came up there, but like, hey, pal, why are you sitting up there talking to her like that? This, that. He stepped up. He pulled directly up. Right? But like I said, she wanted, even still with that, she wanted more. She was trying to press it into something else. It's crazy work. 100% crazy work. 100%. Let me tell you something. The moment in time, at any moment in time that I was with my mom and anything was about to sit up there and take place, I calmed my mom down. And like I said, the other person was just sitting up there. I know they wasn't going to do nothing because I'm there. And I'm not saying I'm like the biggest, but I'm just saying I'm there as a barrier, right? But I just know that they're not going to sit up there and try to be stupid enough and attempt to do something. You can keep running your mouth. She ain't going to respond, but you can sit up there and keep running your mouth up until your face is blue. You're not going to be getting no reaction because you're going to be sitting up there looking stupid. And like I said, that's my main point. The things that I talk about here are things that I've literally done, things that I've literally experienced. But it'd be like that. That's all I try to sit up there and tell a lot of women out here. It's like, yo, if a dude is sitting up there talking, hey, best bet is just walk away from the situation. Move on elsewhere. You might have to sit up there and just walk away while staring directly at him. Like, of course, you might be by yourself, but just remove yourself from the situation because it ain't worth it. It is not worth it. Even if you got a boyfriend there or whatnot, whatever, it ain't worth still talking. It's not worth you running your mouth and saying stuff to agitate it to a whole nother level of now which somebody has to physically defend you. It ain't worth it, dog. It ain't worth it. But let me see. Now, wait. Who wait, what just happened? Somebody said that somebody has a bonnet on. What? What are we talking about here? Who what just happened here? Who has on? Let me just scroll through this. Okay, maybe that might be somebody looking at like a previous video because ain't nobody in this Costco video got like a bonnet on. I'm a little bit confused. I'm just a little bit confused there. But anyways, we're going to carry on. Well, before I carry on, let me just make sure I don't got this other video up here. Let me just make sure. Hold on. Give me a quick second. Here. Also, much love, respect, and appreciation to any and all folks that are currently here at this moment in time. What video is this? Okay, that was the police arrest video. Let me see. What was this one? Because I do have a few other videos in the background. You got that one. What is this? Okay, that's the same one dealing with Subway. That's the one dealing with the shoes. That's the one dealing with racism. That's the two people fighting and directing stuff directly at the bus. And then the rest of them, okay, we already went over those. Okay. So this one is going to be a little bit of a longer video. So I will probably take quite a few pauses. And I will put a trigger warning directly out there for people. Because when you happen to watch this video, like I was sitting up there getting mad directly at this video and how it was that the woman was speaking directly to her own daughter and how she was, coming at her and all this other type of stuff. Because, like I said, it just didn't make any sense. And I try to show off this stuff a lot because conversations are not really being had when it deals with girls and the relationships that they have with their mothers, the mothers that are toxic, the mothers that are disrespectful, the mothers that talk to their daughters as if they're just a random woman directly out there on the street. Like I said, it was just crazy, right? So let's get started. And I just want to make people aware. Uh, the young one in the video is 19, and she's in the house and she's talking to her mom, and it was something to do with having to go pick up one of her sisters or both of her sisters and things of that nature. But like I said, I will be making pauses in between the video. So if you don't like that, you can just kindly click off of the live stream. So here we go.
You waited. You came home and girl, you about to woohoo, girl.
I mean, I just came home.
Chloe.
I just came home.
No, Chloe, I just asked
and
you.
I've been out like all day.
Okay, so what you want? Some fucking sympathy?
No, I'm just saying, like, I came home and you're like coming at me.
No, I'm not coming at you.
Moving my phone because I just sat in bed.
Honey, I asked you how you were, and then before you left, I said I wanted to talk to you about Jenna, and you were like, why? Because I yelled at her? Did she say I yelled at her?
And like, she basically just said that I did, and I didn't.
No, I said, did you?
And I said no.
And then you left.
Yeah, and I said no. And now you're saying that I started an argument with her when we can watch the film back. I didn't. I didn't even get a chance to explain.
You're so innocent. Your tone is always so kind.
It was when I spoke to her, yeah.
So nice.
Yeah, it was. And I didn't even get a chance. I haven't even gotten a chance to like fully even say what happened. Like I keep getting cut off. So
yeah, so do I. How's it feel?
I was saying,
how's it feel? I was saying eye contact.
I was saying, oh Jenna, you kind of texted me an hour before I have to pick you up, and I didn't get a confirmation if I was picking you up or not. I wasn't sure. You kind of texted me an hour before. And
you said all that in a text?
No, this was in the car when I was driving her. This she says I started an argument.
I didn't say she said you started. I said you've yelled at her in the past.
No, you came in here saying, "Oh, you're starting an argument with your sister," but I never.
Well, you're
did
doing
that.
something. You're
But
pissing her off.
well, she just didn't like what I had to say.
Well, I don't like what you have to say.
Doesn't
and I don't
mean
like
I
how
started an argument, though. Just because she doesn't like what I had to say doesn't mean that I started an argument. So I had said to
Chloe,
her,
stop
I had
it!
said, you're like cutting me off.
Stop it! Stop
You're
it!
cutting me off.
Stop it, Chloe.
I had said
Stop
to her.
it, Chloe. I'm done. I don't want to hear your side. I don't want to hear your side. How about that? I don't want to hear your side.
Okay.
I'm not interested in what you have to say.
Okay.
Because you just are determined to just continue talking when I'm asking you to stop.
Well, you keep cutting me off.
No, you keep cutting me off, bitch.
I've been pretty.
I don't have to be monotone. You're fake. You're monotone and you're fake. That's your way of just being like monotone because and you don't realize that that's fake bullshit right there. And I'm really calm and you're the one that's going off and I'm really calm. Don't try to use your reverse psychology.
How am I being fake by being calm?
No, it's your tone, it's your mannerism, it's all of that. It's that whole little thing.
This is just how I am right now.
That is not who you are.
I mean, how I am.
That is not who you are.
I'm having an adult conversation.
You don't, girl. You are not an adult.
I'm having an adult conversation.
No, you're not. 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 No, you're not.
So if you're taking my calmness as fakeness, I'm sorry you're taking it that way. But I'm just having a calm conversation.
I'm sorry you feel that way.
Oh, I don't feel any kind of way right now.
Good. Well, I just think that you're just disrespectful. You're better. You should have been Donna Keene's.
Okay.
There it goes. Okay.
You're entitled to feel that way.
Shut the fuck up. How about that?
Jesus Christ.
Shut the fuck up. How about that? How about that?
Was there anything else that you wanted to add?
Was there anything else that you wanted to ask, Mom? Is there anything you
Well, I
wanted
mean,
to
you
ask?
said you were done, so...
I don't want to hear your side of the story.
Yeah, so, I mean, was there anything else that you wanted to add? Because it is getting a bit late, and I do have a...
Yeah, I gotta go to work, and I'm sitting here dealing with you and your bullshit right now. You and your bullshit attitude right now. Your condescending attitude right now.
I'm not even being condescending.
You're condescending.
How?
You're condescending. You're condescending. You're a condescending girl.
How am I condescending?
Then figure it out. Go figure it out. Go figure it out. You don't know what condescending means, and if you don't know what insinuating is and what motions you do to insinuate something, then you gotta go look that shit up yourself. I can't help you. I can't help you. You gotta figure that shit out on yourself because you don't know what it means. I can't help you. Put the gas in the car. The money that you were gonna give, put it in the car.
Okay. Good night.
Good night, Chloe. Good night, honey. Have a good night.
Thank you.
You're welcome, sweetheart. You're welcome. Okay, yeah, but then she also said, Mom,
That's before I had explained
Chloe,
it to her.
can you ever stop talking? Do you ever stop talking?
I'm just responding.
Chloe.
I'm just responding back.
Chloe. If you want to be treated like an adult, then you have to act like one.
You're the one shouting.
You damn right, because I'm the motherfucking head queen bee up in here, bitch, not you.
I am acting like an adult. You're the one
No,
shouting.
watch it. Watch your fucking mouth.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying. I'm just a snarky bitch, and I'm just saying, you owe me gas. You owe me gas.
That's not how I said it.
And if you do that again,
That's
no,
not how I
I
said
didn't
it.
say that's how you said it.
That's not
I
how
didn't
I
say
said
that's
it.
how you said it. I didn't say, but you're a snarky bitch.
But I said to
you're
her
a snarky bitch.
I said to
you're
her
a snarky bitch.
I had
you're a
said-
snarky bitch. You're a snarky bitch.
I said
Yeah,
to-
it's so funny. You're
I
so
said-
funny. How was Yari today?
I said-
I bet you she was glad to see you, huh? Did she say hi, or was she snarky right back to you?
No, she didn't. She didn't even see me, so I don't really.
Oh, okay.
Really,
Well,
I don't know why that. Why does that matter in this conversation?
I don't know why it matters.
Why does that matter?
I don't know why. You're
Like,
such a fake bitch. You're fake.
I'm fake?
Yeah, you are. You are. You and your phony smiles and your bullshit. You're an ungrateful bitch, and I'm telling you, I'm getting sick of it. Okay. I'm getting sick of it. What'd you say? I
said okay.
Okay. Okay.
Well, I had explained to Jenna.
Okay.
I explained to Jenna.
Okay. Really, Chloe?
I explained to Jenna.
You didn't explain to Jenna.
I said
you
nice.
attacked Jenna.
No, I didn't.
Jenna, honey, you did.
You can watch the camera film back.
I can watch the camera film back.
You can.
Mom's calling me.
That's not even how I acted.
Okay, that is how you
can
act.
watch the camera film back. I said to Jenna,
God knows your heart.
Yeah, I said Jenna.
Yeah, God.
I said Jenna, how was your? I said.
Like I said, take a fucking Uber.
I said Jenna.
Take your Uber to work and take your. No, you damn right I am.
I said Jenna.
Yeah, but I'm supposed to listen to you when you don't listen to me. I'm supposed to listen to you.
I'm supposed to listen to you.
Because I get to shout.
But you came in my room shouting.
I can't. No, I didn't.
No, the second time you did.
Okay, you're such a. Chloe,
the second time
you are such
shouting.
a fake bitch.
I'm
telling you. No, you're fake. Chloe, stop over talking me.
I'm still talking. You're over.
Shut the fuck up, bro.
You're talking.
Chloe.
You're over talking.
Chloe.
Me.
Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Back down.
So let me just pause it right there. At that part, I pretty much already imagined that. I feel as though that the mother got real close because it sounded like she was doing some type of like heavy breathing, like she was about to swing on somebody and telling her to like back down. That woman is a rabid dog. She is a rabbit, and I promise you, when it deals with actual women out here that's about actually getting down and fighting, she ain't running her mouth. I bet you when it deals with her supervisors and her bosses, she ain't running her mouth like that. This woman has probably got so many things in her life that she can't control that she want to go off on all of these other people, but she know that she can't. But the one person that she can go off on, which is the closest one to her, she will decide to sit up there and do that. The reason that I like to highlight these videos because I understand and I've heard and witnessed things dealing with my mom and my grandmother and how it is that my grandmother would say things that did not need to be said, that had nothing to do with a conversation, would try to always, play victim on a lot of different things. And again, this is my mom's mother, right? And this is just what I'm able to witness in my grandmother's old age. I could only imagine how it was when my grandmother was younger and my mom was younger. And in a lot of instances, for whatever reason, you have a lot of women that don't tend to highlight or talk about these things of this type of treatment that goes on and mentally, how that affects them. Because at the end of the day, my mom was pretty much the main one that was there when my grandmother was, pretty much losing her mind and all of that stuff. She was the one that was in the house. She was the one. The rest of the kids were not in the house like that. My aunts, they were not sitting up there living there. My uncles, for sure, was not sitting up there living there. So, when my grandmother passed, mom was the one that sat up there and took that the hardest because, again, that was her mom. But also, again, there was a lot of unresolved things. There was a lot of, apologies that were never given. A lot of times where, people needed to admit that they were wrong. That never happened. So it's a lot of unresolved things that she, in a sense, has to sit directly in. And and in a sense deal with that. Everybody else don't have to sit up there and deal with it or try to work the or navigate directly through, right? But anyways, let's continue.
Yourself. Leave the car. I'm tired of it.
Good night.
excuse you?
You're leaving. I'm saying goodnight.
How about you not say anything that is provoking? Because that is a passive aggressive thing.
That didn't even make sense.
All I said was good night.
Yeah,
no,
good night.
Girl, I see why you got some of the shit you got. Now I see. Now I see. Now I see. I was always defending you and protecting you and looking out for you. Now I see why these girls don't like you. You act like a Cashapp. I see it now. I see who you are.
Because I didn't even speak when I was there.
That's funny.
And that has nothing to do with.
Yes, it is. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. These girls are around you all the time. They're around you all the time.
And I wouldn't say a word.
You know what? You could talk all you want, but now I see. Okay. No, I see. I see the eyes. I see the body language. I see the gesture. I see the disposition.
What?
I see why some of these girls and coaches did not find you as their cup of tea. Because I see how you act now. The true Chloe, please stand up. Because she has shown her colors. And I'm calling it like I see it. You are not a nice person. You are not a nice person right now. I don't know who the fuck you are. I don't know who snatched my daughter, but I'd like to have my daughter back. You're rude and you're snarky. Your comments, I'm talking to you. Your comments and your sarcasm.
I'm not even being sarcastic.
Yes, you are. You are a snarky bitch. You act like Dwight. I'm telling you. I love you, Chloe, but I'm calling it like I fucking
I don't
see
see
it.
no love here.
You're snarky. You're rude. You think you ain't got to answer to nobody.
Jesus Christ.
And it's wrong. You're wrong. And I'm talking to you, and you need to listen. I didn't come in here starting no fight, but I saw the eyes. Girl, you need to check your fucking self. You need to check.
What?
I'm very straightforward how I am.
I'm
still talking.
Brother.
What you see is what you get with me.
Jesus Christ.
What you see is what you get with me. If I'm not happy with you, I'm very clear about it. I don't do all this passive aggressive, and I'm not snarky, and I don't make sarcastic remarks. Honey, I'm calling it like I see it. I'm calling you like I see it.
Brother.
Your job is to take care of your sisters, yourself, this house, and everything in it and around it. And if I need you to pick up your sisters, either one of them, which you clearly stated that you had no problem doing.
I don't.
Then back off.
She just didn't like what I had to say, so she says that I started an argument, but I really didn't.
Well, what did you say?
Oh, well, I was trying to explain that earlier.
No, you weren't. You were interrupting me. You weren't trying to explain shit. You were trying to over fucking talk me and trying to push me with your, well, I'm going to talk because I'm 19. Bitch, you ain't grown. You ain't got a pot to piss in or a fucking window to throw it out of. So you need to tone your shit down. Tone it down.
What?
Tone your ass down. I don't care how old you are. Tone your ass down. And it goes for her as well. I tell her the same thing. You need to stay in your fucking lane. I'm telling you.
I had said to her, I said, oh, how was
No,
your day,
Mom,
Jen?
excuse me, Mom. Excuse me, Mom. You don't get to... Excuse me, Mom. If I got to treat you like my fucking kids in the classroom, please say excuse me before you interrupt. Excuse me. I was just wondering, am I able to tell my story now? And absolutely, I'm done talking. You're rude, Chloe. You're rude. You're rude and you're crude.
I'm crude?
Yeah, look it up. Look it up. Yeah.
I'm crude.
Yeah. I mean, oh my gosh. You just got this fucking high horse that you fucking think you are on.
I really don't.
Oh,
Dude, the projection is real.
You fucking talk like it.
Hold on.
And you move.
Like, yo, the project, like, this is, let me just be very clear. I'm not sure who the guy was that got her pregnant. I'm not even sure how he even survived. I pretty much pictured this woman to be either like a black widow, spider, tarantula, or like a praying mantis. Usually, in any one of those, if you look up how a praying mantis or a female spider mates, they kill their partners. I'm not even sure if that dude is even alive. If he is, he pretty much escaped with his life. I'm not even sure how you even got attracted to this woman. There's no there's that mother that is speaking. There is nothing attractive there. There is nothing. There is not a redeemable quality. Satan himself could not even mask that woman to be Aphrodite. Like there is no feasible possible way in any dimensional plane of existence that she would be deemed qualifiable as being attractive. Like that is crazy to me. Like just the mouth that she has within this whole thing is crazy by itself. Is directly crazy by itself. Like I said, like I don't even, that is wild. That is 100% wild by itself. 100% wild. Like she's talking about the daughter is on a high horse, the way that she talks, and this you are everything that you're talking about your daughter. Like it's crazy. Like it's crazy how people want to run their mouths, but you're talking about yourself. You're literally talking about yourself. The daughter ain't never called a mom throughout the length, and it's much more of the video. The daughter ain't never come out of the side of her neck to say anything crazy to the mom, and the mother is the only one raising her voice. She's the only one hyping herself up. Like she is her own greatest hype man. I've never seen this before. Like how miserable and self-destructing as a person, how chaotic as a person do you have to be to literally hype yourself off every single word? Like whatever the girl was saying, she was getting hyped. However the girl was looking, she was getting hyped. However the girl wasn't looking, she was getting hyped. However her hand was moving, she was getting hyped. However she was just sitting still, she was getting, like it's nothing that the daughter could do where it is that the mother just would not sit up there and just be hype about something. I ain't never seen some foolishness like this. Like this is why, like I said, for a lot of the women out there that have to go through stuff, I am so sorry that you had to deal with women like this. I'm so sorry that you had, grandmothers, aunts, mothers like this. I am so sorry. Because this is crazy. Like this girl, she's 19. Yo, you just need to go out to college. Like, do the best. Use Chat GPT. I don't care how you got to sit up there and do it to get into college, but just move away. Make sure that college is across the country. Do not look back. Leave everything where it is. Because you got to save yourself at this point. Like, that's crazy. And like I said, at the end of the day, when Chloe's mother gets about, let's say, like 60s and 70s, she's going to be the exact same way. She's still going to be talking while she laid up in a bed, half here and half in another realm. Still going to be talking the exact same way. Like I said, it ain't worth it, man. You need to just run. That you need to sit up there and just run. Because I feel like the mom is the type to really try to put hands on her daughter. Because I can feel it. It's like I'm not even there, like in that house, and I can just feel all of that negative, hateful energy that mother. I know she is the type. She's just waiting for some type of reason that she can conceive or theorize that, oh, I had to put my hands on my daughter because it looked like she was going to hit me, and I'm not going to let no child hit me. Like, let's continue.
Your ass around here like you think you do. The way you talk and your attitude and how you say things and the way you say things and the looks that you give people, whether it's me, whether it's Maya, whether it's Jenna. If someone tries to have a conversation with you, you just disregard. You don't give eye contact. Let me tell you, narcissism, bitch. Narcissism, I'm telling you, not nice. When I talk to someone, I look at them in their face and I have a conversation with them. You insinuated that your sister was possibly fooling around with someone right now in the present. And I called you out on it, and I texted her and said, hey, what the fuck is going on? Because I have a relationship with Jenna as well. I have a relationship with Jenna as well. And you can turn your eyes to the left and the right, up and down, and all that shit. While you've been away...
I'm a narcissist?
Yeah, you are. Look it up if you don't know what it means.
I already know what it means.
It's all about Chloe. All about Chloe and Kendrick. All about... Yes,
why are you bringing Kendrick in?
Because Chloe... Because you don't stop with Kendrick. It's all about Chloe and Kendrick. That's all that matters. Well, it's not my job to run my sisters around. The fuck it is. It's interesting how you changed your tune.
So let me just, and I just want to. No, I'm just gonna say it as is. I just want to be real. When it deals with multiple, because I done had conversations where people have expressed their disdain of them having to, in a sense, take care of, all of their brothers and sisters. Realistically, for when you have kids that are older, it realistically, just to be honest, it's technically it ain't their job to really take care of their brothers and sisters, because what you're doing is that you're placing, instead of you being the parent that created the situation that had like 19 billion kids, instead of you directly taking care of them, you decided to offsource that, and you wanted to make the oldest person there basically responsible for your own poor decision making. That's crazy to me. I don't care how it sounds. I don't care how the fuck people sit up there and take it. Like I said, I didn't talk to too many people that are like, I don't even want to have kids because I had to sit up there and take care of my brothers and my sisters. Nobody should have to feel that way. No, nobody should have, a type of feeling like that because their parents decided that they wanted to sit up there and go out there and back to 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 back, make all of these kids that they know that those two human beings could not actually manage and take direct care of. So you want to put all of that responsibility of an adult directly on the oldest child. And y'all wonder why the oldest children can't wait to sit up there and move out of the house and away from the family. They're like out of state somewhere. That's why. Like, just because you were raised like that don't mean that you need to sit up there and raise your kids like that. Like, yo, slow your roll. Like, let kids actually grow up to be kids and have fun. Like, kids shouldn't be having a responsibility of a whole nother human being. Like, that's crazy to me. Like, what are we doing? We're not dealing with extenuating circumstances. We're dealing with parents that don't know how to sit up there and use protection. They don't know how to manage time. Like, too many adults out here talking about, oh, well, got pregnant again, stuff like that. No, stuff like that don't happen. You plan that day to sit up there and have unprotected relations with another person. Don't matter if it's like relation, married, baby mama, whatever. You planned on doing that. You can plan on having all types of unprotected relations, but you can't plan precisely on how to take care of responsibilities now once they're here. Like I said, this little girl right here, she's going to be out of here. The moment in time that she can even see a little bit of light, she's out of there. Even if it's in like the wrong type of guy, if he can provide her the avenue to get away from that family, she is out of there. Like I said, for a lot of parents out there, y'all got to stop doing that, man. Y'all got to stop doing it. I had friends that had to sit up there and take care of like they little brothers and sisters and stuff. And I watched it and I saw like how like they was like, they had a negative reaction towards it. And it wasn't even like it was like their little sisters or their little brother's fault. But it's like they're not going to understand that it's like they don't, like, in a sense, dislike you. It's the situation. But it's going to come off as that. And like I said, a lot of parents, y'all wonder why it is that y'all kids don't get along. That's because somebody had to take care of them, which wasn't you. You can give birth to them. You might be able to sit up there and provide a roof and stuff, but you're not really taking care of them. Right? And you wonder why it is that they don't have a good relationship with the younger siblings. That's why. Because you forced them into a situation of which that they did not create. So the mother that wants to sit up there and have unprotected relations, that more than likely the father's not even in the house, because I don't hear no type of man's voice in that house. I don't hear no type of man trying to chill out this situation in between the mother and the daughter and set order down. So obviously the father or the fathers ain't even there. Right? So the mother, the loudest one who wants to have unprotected relations, she wants to sit up there and make her daughter the responsible woman. And now she wants to get mad when a 19-year-old who has all of her life directly in front of her. She should be just out there, just going to and from, going to the movies, going to concerts, hanging out with friends, or what, just driving around. What, she should just be out there just having fun. Nope. Mother made her responsible because the mother don't know how to keep her legs closed. Color me surprised. Color me surprised. Like I said, that's crazy to me, man. That's 100% crazy to me, and that's massively unfair. But like I said, a lot of parents don't care because they're like, well, didn't nobody care about me when I had to sit up there and do it? So you're going to be raised the exact same way that I was raised. Ain't nobody care about me, so I'm not going to care about you when you got to sit up there and do the same things that I wanted to do when I was your age. It is what it is. That's the wrong. You're making sure that a cycle that should be broken stays consistent. So now the resentment that you got towards your brothers and sisters, now your child is going to have those same resistance. But now that you see it and understand it, you're going to try to tell him, no, you don't have the right to sit up there and treat or have an issue with them and whatnot, whatever. You're the oldest and all, you got to do this. Nah, man, that's crazy. And another thing is, and for a lot of the parents out there, and you wonder why your kids don't want to happen to see you. You wonder why your kids would rather be everywhere else. You wonder why your kids ain't trying to hang out with you. You wonder why your kids ain't trying to sit up there and visit you when you done had injuries and you need somebody to be there. Just remember the conversations that you had and what you forced them to do and deal with that was not their responsibility. And you'll be able to figure it out. But like I said, too many parents think that they're right. They never want to be wrong. A lot of parents out here who create these situations where it's a multitude of kids everywhere, they never see themselves as the problem, as being an irresponsible adult. Like I said, that's crazy to me. That's 1,000% crazy to me. You as an adult should be taking care of your kid. It ain't up for another child to be watching another child. Like, we're not dealing with 16-year-olds sitting up there getting pregnant and creating kids. That's not what we're dealing with. We're dealing with older people that know better, that should know how to plan certain things out. Stop putting all of the world's weight directly on a child that don't know nothing of the world, that don't really have no responsibility. Stop doing that. This is why a lot of kids grow up and they have resentment towards their family, towards their younger kids, towards the parents, towards everybody. Let's continue.
You keep going and switching and going back and forth when you didn't even have a car, and then you were like, yeah, I'll take my sisters around. All of a sudden, we're dating Kendrick, friends with Kendrick, whatever bullshit title you want to give it, okay? He can fucking go ride a scooter off in the fucking sunset for all I care. And all of a sudden, it's not my job to take care of my sisters. It's not my job. Who the hell?
I mean,
I'm still talking.
I don't mind
I'm
doing
still
it, but
talking.
it's not my
I'm
job.
still talking. You're a narcissist. I'm still talking.
Okay.
Yeah. It is your job to take care of your sisters. You said that you would do it. You said that you had no problem doing it. And now you can run this boy all over fucking town to go get his this, go get his ID card, go get his haircut, go get his food, go pick up his lunch, help his mother, help his brother, help his sister. But when I ask you to do something for your siblings in your house, you huff and puff.
I don't huff and puff. I said I don't mind taking them around, but it's not my
You owe her
job.
money. And she has not asked you for it.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it to her.
No, you aren't.
Yes, I was.
So then you know what?
Who are you to tell me I
Who
wasn't
am I to tell you?
Yeah, I was gonna give it to her.
Don't fucking talk to me like that, bitch. Who
No,
the
I
fuck
mean,
are you to talk to
I
me
was
like
gonna-
that?
I
She doesn't want your money. Take the money that you want her to give you for gas and put it up your ass and put it in the gas tank.
I mean, I was gonna give it to her.
Did you tell her?
Not yet. 'Cause I was
Oh,
gonna give it to
okay.
her.
So let me just point something out directly to y'all. The mother is old, single, and bitter. She more than likely is not in the shape that she used to be. And she probably doesn't look anywhere close to what her daughter looks like. And the mother is mad, jealous, and envious. So this is why throughout a lot of the conversations, she started bringing up certain names. And one of them was a guy, I'm guessing maybe her boyfriend, that she is interested in. And she was listing all the things that her daughter does for the boyfriend, but then wanted to say, oh, but then when it comes to your own family, you don't want to do this, that, and the third, and all these. She is, for all intents and purposes, a teenager. teenagers are going to be gun-ho and solely fixated on the person that they're interested with, because in their minds they're like, yo, this is the person I'm going to be with forever, and they're trying to do everything possible to make sure that whatever they think in their mind will just so happen to become a reality, or they're going to just, try. They're going to do whatever to, sit up there and try and fixate, right? And then you wanted to list that he's doing all of this other type of stuff for him because he needs to do stuff for his family. She's doing it because she's not being forced to. That's the difference. That's the thing that she doesn't understand. The mother thinks that, okay, I'm forced you to do it, and it's automatically a responsibility. That's not how that works. That's how resentment, that's how hatred and all this other type of stuff starts to culminate and basically grow, and it starts to flourish, and it becomes like this one big giant cancer. And now you got a huge division directly in the family. The boyfriend is like, yo, I would technically, do it if I had a car or whatnot, whatever. I just need to go, to and from so I can do these things for my family. Is it okay if we sit up there and do this? And she obliged. She's like, okay, sure. Like, no problem. I'm pretty sure she didn't have no problem because, again, she's not being forced to do it. It's not really her responsibility. She actually has a choice as a human being to sit up there and say, yes, I want to do it. No, I don't want to do it. So, of course, she's going to sit up there and do it. And you're mad because your daughter decided to do something for somebody else when she has an ungrateful mother and a mother that don't know how to use protection, a mother that obviously can't sit up there and keep a man, a mother that is old and bitter and jaded and probably can't even talk long enough to even get a man interested. A lot of stuff is starting to make sense. But let's keep going.
Okay.
But she doesn't tell me when she needs to get picked up.
No, Chloe. She's in class, bro. She's in high school.
Yeah, so I forget.
You sound like an asshole.
Her own daughter, bro.
Shut up! Shut up!
Jesus
She's
Christ.
in high school. She can't just... It doesn't roll like that. She can't just be on her phone like that. Even when I sent her text, when I was home, she didn't always respond right away. The phone's got to go in the bin sometimes. Bro, it's her first, second day back. Give her some fucking slack, bro.
Oh, I'm not talking about that.
What the fuck are you talking about?
She came in the night before just confirming that I was going to pick her up.
She spoke to you in the car.
But I said I was driving and I had a Zoom meeting I had to go to, so I literally was...
So it's her fault?
No, I'm just saying...
Then you can't be her...
I'm just saying.
Hello?
I'm just saying
Chloe,
that I was
Chloe,
turning...
Chloe, you can't say, hey, Jenna, you know what? Then just hear me out. Shut the fuck up and hear me out.
Jesus.
Work on your fucking communication skills. I would have been like, hey, you know what? We were talking in the car. I thought I heard you say you needed me to take you. I was a little distracted. That's how I'm teaching your sisters. I was a little distracted. Were we supposed to get together tomorrow? And if so, can you tell me what it was again?
I had forgot.
Okay.
I had a Zoom meeting that I was coming home to, and I'm not saying it's her fault, but she asked me as I was making that turn on that oil slick. So I said, yeah, I should be available, and I came home and
the wheels came out one time or other, so you need to slow the fuck down.
Yeah, when it was raining. That's why she asked me right then and there. So when she asked me, I said, yeah, I should be available, and I came home on my Zoom.
Okay, but that's her fault?
I didn't say it was her fault. Okay,
so then stop.
I'm just
so
saying.
So anyway, I'm gonna mediate. So I'm saying I'm gonna mediate.
Chloe,
stop talking.
You're asking me what happened. You're not even letting me explain.
Honey, I'm not stupid. I understand what you're saying.
No,
you are stupid.
Chloe, stop talking. Stop talking.
Jesus
You're acting like a juvenile.
Okay.
Yeah, you belong in my artistic support class.
You're the one shouting.
You damn, because I'm the fucking queen, bro. Yeah, look to the left and the right again. Look to the left and the right again.
I looked up.
I know, I looked up. I told you, you're a narcissistic, snarky bitch. I'm telling you, you're my daughter and I love you, but you know this person who you are right now, don't like it all.
Well, it's not. I'm not saying it's Jenna's fault. I'm just saying she asked.
I'm saying, like I was saying, you can't meet halfway.
Oh, I can. I'm just saying I had also forgot. Oh. But I'm saying if I'm the one driving her, it's not my responsibility to go to her.
Girl, you ain't grown.
Well, it's not my you just said it. I was grown.
You ain't grown.
But so
you're not.
Which one am I?
You're not.
Which one am I?
You're not. I'm telling you, you're not grown.
You just said that I was.
I know you're not. I'm telling you that you are. Telling you that you're not.
But it's not my
You're not
responsibility to
grown.
go to her.
You're not grown.
If she
You're
needs
not
a ride
grown.
from me.
You're not grown.
So I had
You're not
also,
grown. And you're
I
not her
had-
mother. You're not grown.
Yeah,
and
and
you're
I
not her
wasn't-
mother.
and I wasn't
You're not grown.
rude to
And you're not her
Dog,
mother.
what?
You're not grown.
I think
and you're
maybe,
not her mother.
I think we
you're
should
not
watch
grown.
the. I think we
I
should
think you're
watch.
not grown.
I think we should.
you're not grown.
Okay.
I think you're not grown. I know you're not. I'm telling you that you are. Telling you that you're not.
But it's
My
not
brain.
my
You're not
responsibility to
grown.
go to her.
You're not grown.
If she
You're
needs
not
a ride
grown.
from me.
You're not grown.
So I had
You're not
also.
grown. And you're
I
not her
had-
mother. You're not grown.
Yeah,
and
and
you're
I
not her
wasn't-
mother.
and I wasn't
you're not grown.
rude to
And you're
her.
not her mother. You're not grown.
I think
and you're not
maybe-
her mother.
I think we
you're
should
not
watch.
grown.
Woo!
I think we
I
should
think you're
watch.
not grown.
I think we
you're
should.
not grown.
Okay.
I think you're not grown.
I think
okay.
we should
and I
watch.
think you should watch it. You're not her mother.
Yeah, and I wasn't disrespectful to her. I had.
So
said
if
to
I
her
was
nice-
to wake her up and get her out of her sleep
I'm
right
sure
now,
she's already up.
I'm sure she is.
We can watch the film back. We
Honey.
really can. I was really polite.
Really?
Yeah, we
Love to.
We were. I was,
Love to.
I was really
Love
polite.
to.
We can.
Love to. Love to. Not a problem.
We can.
Good. Love to.
Okay.
Okay.
I had
Okay.
said to her, I said, Jenna,
Okay.
I said, hey Jenna, hey Jenna, how was your day? And she said, good. I said, oh,
Wait. Back up. Whoa. When was this?
today.
Today.
Yeah.
After you texted her, after she asked you, she said, wait, who's picking me up? And then she said, I'm done at 3:15, and she asked you to meet her where you usually meet her, and then you said, like, no, that you weren't going to meet her there, so she cut across
What?
the
I
grass.
never said no. She said, are you going to pick me up? I don't know where I should wait. I said, go where I normally pick you up.
Mm-hmm.
So I never told her no. What? Like
You didn't call her on the phone?
yeah, I said
Right,
I'm
so
here.
that- so
I
so
said
that
I'm
conversation
here.
was on the phone.
No,
Right.
it wasn't. She texted me. She said, are you going to pick me up? I don't know where I should wait. I don't know if it was,
She asked
if
you.
you know where to go
She
to worship
asked you,
gym.
could you come around? She said she asked you if you could come around.
Yeah, by the crosswalk, and that's where the kids drive. And
I
said,
know, but you're not. Stop. You're
And I
not supposed.
said, go.
Chloe, shut up. You're not supposed to pick her up in the crosswalks, especially if there's a lot of movement there.
That's where she was asking me to pick her up, and I said no. I'll pick you up down the crosswalk where I normally pick you up. I'm not gonna pick you up on the crosswalk. I had said to her, no, I'll pick you up. Go where you normally go. That's when I had said no. So whatever she told you, I'm not quite sure of.
Well, then excuse me. Shut up. I will go back
Jesus
and make sure
Christ.
I didn't misunderstand her on that portion, because I know she said she asked you to do something a little bit different to come around. So I will clarify with her what she means, because maybe I didn't understand her properly.
Dog, she can't even just say that she was wrong. This is why during the whole out of the whole video, this is why during that explanation, all of the steam, helium, whatever it is that was in her balloon, that's why she was completely silent, because stuff was making sense. And she couldn't figure out a way to sit it. She tried to hype herself up, but as the girl, you could literally visibly see her reading from her phone verbatim. So it was impossible for the mom to sit up and say, oh, you're a liar. Stop talking. She couldn't do all that. She was literally looking at the phone, reading verbatim. And now the hamster fell off the wheel or had a heart attack, and they had to fly in another one from another hospital. And she's just up there just like, she didn't know what to say. So even while she's trying to give her explanation, she's still trying to find some type of way to hype herself up. And she's still being disrespectful to her daughter. Shut up. Stop talking. You just asked her to explain what happened. You called her all types of liars, all types of, like, everything in a book out of her name. And said that she got bad communication skills. But mind you, this woman, this mother, if you can even call it that, is a teacher. And then she also looked at her child and said that she needs to be in some type of mentally challenged class. Brother, you can't, like I said, you can't make this stuff up. You cannot make this stuff. And this type of stuff happens to a lot of young girls out here across these United States. But you never just so happen to see like a recording of it. You don't actually get a chance to like hear it. You got to hear, the version that somebody tells. You don't get to see the audio and the video of it. This one, you actually get to see the audio and the video. So there's no mistaking it. The mother is horrible. The mother is terrible. Like the rant that This woman is literally going on. I want to say it should be about like 30 minutes, about a good 30 minutes. And then she decided at one point earlier on in the video, she wanted to go off on her daughter after everything was said and done. When the daughter was like, okay, well, good night. The mother took that as offense, like, oh, you're trying to be snarky, you're trying to be condescending, you're just trying to say something to just keep everything going. Who gets angry at good night? Like, do you know what type of psycho that you have to be in order to get mad at somebody who tells you good night? And the mother wanted to say that the daughter is disrespectful and that she is on a high horse. She needs to check herself. She told you good night. I could swear that every child was raised to tell their parents good night when they, leave out the door, whatnot. What? You're getting, bro. Oh no, I could not. I couldn't be the father happening to see this video. It'd be problem. It'd be problems. Because that same mouth, you're not about to be, you're not gonna be sitting up there running your mouth like that. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're not doing it. We're not doing it. Anyways, let's continue.
I thought you were supposed to come around and pick her up by the gym or by that area, and you said no. So let me see. I don't have a problem saying I'm wrong. When I'm wrong, I don't have a problem. When I'm wrong, I'm wrong. So let me clarify with her that portion.
And then I said, hey Jenna, how was your day? She said, good. I said, like, what did you do today? Da 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 da. And I said, was I supposed to pick you up, or was mommy supposed to pick you up? Because I wasn't confirmed with if I was picking you up or not. And I know you texted me an hour before, and I know you asked me yesterday, but you asked me as I was turning.
But she don't know. She's not paying attention. Did you tell her that? Listen.
I did when I told her in the car. And
Wait, stop, back up. You stop.
I do have to go to sleep soon.
Yeah, so do I. I have to go to work too. Okay? I have to go to work too. So, listen, you made it a big deal because of your attitude.
What?
Right now, her attitude is a hell of a lot better than yours.
Huh?
So right now, I'm coming at you because I don't like your attitude.
What?
I don't like the way you talk to me. I don't like the way you answer me. I don't like it, Chloe. So I'm coming at you because I know how snarky you can be. Shut up. And because she is the younger sister, and she is the baby. I was the baby. I had
Chloe
two
didn't
older
even...
sisters, and I was the baby. And my middle sister was a bitch. A fucking bitch. She was a bitch. She was mean. She was nasty. She would yell at me and scream at me, and she would hit me. That's why we don't... What do you look like that for? I'm talking to you.
I didn't even open my mouth.
Oh, you're like...
Well, I mean, I do have to go to sleep.
Yeah, I have to go to sleep too, Chloe. I know, it's all about you. I know.
Well, I mean, the other day when I was out at 8:30, you said I had a 9 a.m. and now it's 11:30, and now
I gotta go to bed too.
9 a.m. But you said it was late at 8:30 when I was outside on the
field. You're outside with no fucking helmet, riding in the dark. I mean, that's a real ding dong.
You don't have to wear a helmet.
But you're so smart. You're stupid. I mean, dude, this is a residential area. Like what?
The scooter goes like 15 miles.
Okay, the scooter, Chloe. Really.
Like Maya doesn't ride a bike when she rides. Maya doesn't wear a helmet when she rides her bike.
Maya, let me tell you something. Ding dong. Let me bless you. Maya, you like to bring up your other sisters so much, and you like to compare yourselves. So let's go ahead and go there. Maya doesn't ride her bike in the dark, and when it starts to get dark, she's home. She knows how I feel. And I had to also yell at her lovingly and tell her to make sure she's not riding down the middle of the street. She's got to ride like she drives. Stay on the right, not down the middle. So you're wrong. Maya's not going outside. This is the difference. Going outside to ride her bike when it's about to get dark in 5 minutes.
But she's still riding without a helmet.
Do that. You've been gone, honey. I've been with these girls all year, okay? They know how, for the most part, I like things so I feel comfortable that my daughters are safe. that they're not injured, that they're not stolen or mangled or raped or anything. It does matter. We are living in different times. Maya doesn't go ride her bike at 8:15 talking about, I'm just going to go ride my bike. She doesn't do that. She rides her bike and she gets her ass out there. She goes, Mommy, I'm going to ride my bike before it gets dark. That's the difference between you and her. And if you want to compare yourself,
Lord.
she doesn't do that. She knows how I feel about that. She knows that being in the dark is not safe. She doesn't even walk her dog in the dark. You and Kendrick went for walks in the dark. Very, 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 very dark. Like, we don't do that. Like, when it's really dark, 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 we just don't do that. I have daughters. Why are you shaking your head?
I didn't even shake my head.
Oh, my God. You have a problem.
I looked right here.
And you went like this.
Oh, no, my leg is shaking. I didn't shake my head. I promise you I didn't shake my head.
Girl, I don't think you know what the fuck
I
you're
didn't
doing.
shake
Have you
my-
called the helpline yet?
I haven't shaken my
Oh,
head.
my
I
God.
literally looked down. I didn't.
And your head went like this. Chloe, you don't know what the hell you be doing. Girl,
I mean, my leg shook, but I didn't shake my head.
you don't even know what you be doing. You are not even aware. You are so unaware of your movements. You really are.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. You don't even
But
know
I had
what you
said
do.
I had said to Jen, I said, how would
No,
you
you
go
asked her
with
for
it?
gas money. You said, if you do this to me again.
That's not how I said it, though. I said.
I'm not saying you said it like that.
Well,
I'm just
can I
talking.
explain how I
I'm
said
talking.
it,
No, I brought it up. I brought it up. She mentioned that you said that if you do this again, this is the second time that you did it. This is my tone. I didn't say, I don't know how your tone was, but I know it upset her, but I don't know what your tone was.
Yeah, that's why she's
Anyway,
not telling the full truth, because what I said
Chloe,
upset her.
you lie, you fly as well, okay? You lie, you fly, okay? You lie as well. So I don't know the exact tone, but she said that you said, this is the second time you did this, and I need gas money. You didn't tell me. This is the second time. I'm not saying verbatim. I'm not quoting her, so you could, hey, look up and down like a goofball you want.
What?
Oh my gosh, you're not going to be a great psychologist, boy. You can't be making faces at your clients when your clients
I'm gonna be
are
a
talking to you.
great psychologist.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
I'm gonna be a fantastic
Yeah?
psychologist.
Yeah?
I really do think so. Yeah.
You really think so?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, good.
I really think
Good.
I'm gonna be a
Then
really
stop
good
making the
psychologist.
faces. I'm talking to you. Stop making the faces. Give eye contact. You can't even look your clients in the eye.
I can.
Then start. Start at home.
You're not a client.
Start at home.
You're not a
I'm
client.
a parent.
Yeah, so you're not a
I'm
client.
a parent, and you have no respect for your parents. You have no respect. You have no respect. None.
You're the one pointing at me.
I'm the mom. Honey, I'm the mom. You don't get it. You're on your cloud narcissistic 9. And I'm telling you, I'm the parent. And when I'm the parent, you have to respect me. You don't have to like me, but you have to respect me. There's a difference. Learn the difference. If you're smart, learn the difference if you're smart. But see, you're not smart enough to know how to know the difference between the two. You mix the two. You're not smart enough to understand. You do not walk in wisdom to understand the difference between the two. I'm not asking you to like me. I don't give a shit if you don't like me. You don't have to fucking like me. I don't give a shit. That's on you, boo. I'll never turn my back on you unless you do some really, 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 really shady shit that I gotta go to God about. But I'll never turn my back on you. But what you will do is you will respect me. And your father. That's it. That's just how it goes. That's biblical. Period. And if you don't, you die. That's what he says. Respect your parents. Live a long life. That's how it goes. If you don't know, pick up the book and read it. You're in religious class. So you're very disrespectful.
Jesus
Well, I
Christ.
had said to Jenna, I said, how's your day?
Mommy, did you say, excuse me, Mommy, was there anything else that you needed to say? I'm just saying.
Oh, excuse me.
Excuse me, what, Chloe?
Is there anything you needed to finish?
Oh my God.
No, I'm still talking.
Okay.
Yeah. So anyway, like I said, however you put it, you never said you were paying her back. You approached her, I'm going backwards, you approached her at her job, approached her at her job. You were out of fucking line again. Okay? Last time you yelled at her a couple times in the past. I don't know every moment and every instant.
I've never raised my voice at Jenna.
Okay, you never yelled at Jenna?
I've never raised my voice at Jenna.
You've never yelled at Jenna?
I've never raised my voice at Jenna.
Okay, I will definitely ask her that.
I've never raised my voice at Jenna.
You've never yelled at her?
I might have had a little bit of a frustrated tone, but I've never raised my voice at Jenna.
You never screamed at Jenna?
No.
Okay, I'll double check that.
I've never screamed at Jenna.
I'll double check that. I'll double check that.
Even when she called me a bitch, I've never yelled at Jenna.
Well, she was right, bro.
So I've never yelled at her.
You're bitchy, bro.
But I've never yelled at her.
That's crazy.
I might have had a little bit of a frustration, but I've never yelled at her.
Okay, like I said, I will check that with her. Chloe, I'll check that with her. Like I said, you have come out of your face. You've approached her at her job. When she's coming to get her food, so I heard I owe you money. So now you want to pretend now that I'm using, that's my word. You want to pretend now that you're going to pay her back when you never even mentioned it to her.
I mean, I was going to pay her back. I just didn't. I forgot. I forgot to mention it to her.
Oh, okay. Well, then if you forgot, pay yourself, and put the gas in the car. There you go. Now you don't have to pay her back. You could pay yourself back. And the money that you were going to give to Jenna, you keep it. Because we already had our discussion. Whether you had decided whether or not you were going to pay her back or not.
I did decide I was going to pay her
back.
I just forgot to tell her.
Like I said, Jen and I already had our conversation. So the money that you claimed in your head that you were going to pay her back with, what's so funny?
Well, I mean...
What's so funny? Well, why is that so funny that you said it in your head, but you didn't say it out loud?
I forgot to tell her, just like how she forgot to tell me.
I know, it's a tit for tat. That's the kind of girl you are.
I genuinely forgot to tell her I was going to pay her back.
Who knows if you're genuine or not?
Okay.
That's where it's at now.
Okay.
So genuinely take the money that you were going to give her and put it in the gas tank. And then leave the keys.
Well, then if I'm not driving the car, then
No. The money that you're going to pay Jenna back, you can put in the car.
But then I'm not going to be driving
it. It doesn't work that way. Hey, listen, you got the attitude, bro. You're the one that got the attitude that's interrupting, that's rude, that's disrespectful, that keeps talking over me, that's making remarks and eye gestures and body language. It's you. It's you coming at me and
I'm
stepping out. Excuse me. You're stepping outside of your lane. You're disrespecting me. And I know, because I would not get upset and start yelling if I don't feel disrespected. And I'm feeling very disrespected by you and your fucking boyfriend.
What?
I'm sorry you feel that way.
No, you're not. You don't give a shit. All you care about is yourself and Kendrick. That's all you care about. That's all you care about.
How is a boyfriend disrespectful?
He goes off to go to war wherever he goes, and he finds another. Okay?
Wow.
Because he needs to go on with himself and find himself. Because you have no.
Wow. Wow. So the mother technically wished death on the boyfriend in a sense, and she also hopes that her daughter is left single, that she's not in a happy relationship. It sounds familiar. It sounds very familiar. It sounds like the mother wants the daughter to be just like her, miserable and bitter, and pregnant at whatever age. And then you want to sit up there and mock her when she's, you know that she's going to school to become a psychologist, and you're mocking her and doing all this other. Man, dear God. Like I said, I feel so sorry directly for this young woman. Because I saw somebody in the comment section say that probably the daughter, I'm not sure if they were just trying to be funny, but I saw somebody basically say, paraphrasing, that the daughter probably did something. And I'm like, I can't give you anything, at least even looking at this video. And this is about like 30 minutes. So if anything did happen, the way that the mother is talking, if something actually did happen, the mother would have been said it. She would have been listed. As a matter of fact, the way how aggressively that mother is talking and how it is that she moves, she would have been put hands directly on that daughter if that was the case. That's the way I could tell you. That's the way that the mother is. The way that she talks, that's exactly what she would have been doing. But that wasn't the case. That wasn't the case. The main thing that she kept saying, especially at the end, she was like, "Well, how I feel, how I feel, how I feel." Well, I feel that. Again, she's in her feelings. She's not. She's looking at everything emotionally with emotional lenses. She's not looking at anything from a clear, logical point of view. Like, this woman is miserable. She's overly and highly emotional. She needs like several sedatives. Several sedatives. Like, how she's just even moving around and talking to this girl is just crazy, man. And like I said, I talk about a variety of topics because again earlier we had people. Let me just highlight these comments. Had people, earlier that wanted to say some stuff about the content and why am I still focusing on whatnot or whatever. And the main thing I normally state is the same thing that I'll state here is that 9 times out of 10, when I talk about a variety of topics, especially during live streams, a lot of the people that tend to complain 99.9% of the time never actually show up to the live streams, but they always make sure to show up to the stationary content, that I just so happen to have. And then they want to write and leave all of these comment theses, theories, and all this other type of, stuff about what I should cover and shouldn't cover. Like I said, I've covered things dealing with the family, about family, outside of, the family. I've talked about school systems, government, different politics, religion, and like I said, I went all over the place. Went all over the place. But like I said, you got a lot of people out here that like to pick and choose content that they want to watch. And again, I have no problem with that. But if you know that you pick and choose content, don't complain when you happen to see something that obviously has been being, getting light and, talked about here as a main topic for quite some time. Don't sit up there and complain as if it's something brand new. And I've been doing it for like 3 to 4, whatever months. Like, come on. I need people to sit up there and go and do better. But like I said, for this young woman here, I feel so sorry. And like I said, for the other women who've had to deal with stuff like this, I feel so sorry. Like I said, I had, conversations directly with my mom. And I said up to her and told her, like, I'm sorry that you had to, deal with that. And even in the midst of when my grandmother was alive and she said some stuff and I was able to sit up there and hear. Again, I couldn't sit up there and say nothing. I think one time I tried to sit up there and verbally, defend, my mom. That was like when I was younger, probably like a preteen or something like that. But yeah, if it was like me now verbally, it'd be a whole different thing. Because like I said, I'm at a point in time like I don't I don't care, Like I said, and this is again coming from the whole thing of like, yeah, love my grandma and everything, but yo, if you wrong, you wrong, and your kids ain't gonna sit up there and tell you because they're basically either afraid or don't want to deal with it. I got all my own stuff. It's like all you can sit up there and do is just tell me to go. It's whatever. Peace. It's whatever. See you when I see you, all that type of stuff. But um, like I said before, no child deserves to sit up there and go through anything like this at all. And like I said before, a lot of adults are so much in the wrong. They're like so in the thick of it that they can never admit that they're wrong. And especially to a child. They're like, I'm not, I'm a grown adult. I'm not going to sit there and tell no child I'm sorry. I'm not going to sit there and tell no child I'm wrong. I'm the parent. It don't matter if I'm wrong, right, wrong. I'm still right. I'm never apologizing. And like I said, and this is why a lot of y'all are in homes. You're by yourself in whatnot or whatever house, or you're trying to think about the future because you know that your health is failing and you're trying to figure out who's going to take care of you because you more than likely don't have a partner. So, like I said, people better start thinking back while they still got time and start writing those apologies while you still got time before you end up just like my grandmother. Don't let that sit up there and be your situation. Don't let that be your situation. Don't sit up there and go out bad. Like I said, my grandmother had like two stents? Was that like a double bypass or something like that? However it is, but basically, she had scars. It's scarred directly on her chest because they had to, open her chest to, do things to her heart. Her health was failing. She was going through dementia, Alzheimer's. Um, she took hard falls and different things of that nature. And like I said, I try to sit up there and tell people like, yo, you gotta fix yourself or try to correct some stuff while you can, because life will come at you fast. Life will sit up there and come at you fast. You'll blink one day and it's like, bam, you were in like middle school and high school, you'll blink again and now you're sitting up there in like your 40s or your 50s. Like I said, for a lot of parents, y'all better start, getting yourselves right. You better start getting yourselves right real quick, because it is not going to sit up there and end well at all. Like I said, even dealing with my uncles, and I done sat up there and told y'all stories, directly about my uncles and everything that sat up there and took place and how my mom got treated and whatnot. And they're going through health problems as they are right now. And I try to sit up there and tell people, I'm like, yo, the energy and everything that you do, it is involved one way or another. You need to correct your shit before some things happen that you can't uncorrect. So, like I try to tell people before, it's like, yo, try to, go out there and admit that you're wrong. Even if it's the small things. Because like I said, everything matters. Like I said, for Chloe's mom, she is going to have a hard road ahead of her. Hard road. Like, you wishing for your daughter to basically be single because you're single, you can't sit up there and keep a man. That's crazy. You're a grown woman. How can you not keep a guy? Like, what's so wrong with you that you don't got somebody right there by your side? That you don't got a teammate? What is so jacked up about you? You can't sit up there and say, because I promise you, Chloe's mom is the type to sit up there and say that she is an independent woman, that she is a type where, she's able to do things by herself and rah, 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 rah. But yet, your daughter is able to get a boyfriend and somebody that is actually doing something out here. Like the dude is going into the military, right? Protecting and serving. What was it that all of the children's fathers were out there doing? I'm pretty sure it was the military, right? I'm pretty sure they weren't out there being selfless. I'm pretty sure. Like, and the craziest part of which that I've seen before is that a lot of instances where you have this whole thing where a parent wants to treat one of the kids horribly, but then wants to idolize the other ones. The ones that get idolized by the parents, magically they can do no wrong and they do everything wrong. They are the biggest mess ups to ever sit up there and mess up. And it's like, the craziest part is there's a lot of parents right now with like some fucked up kids, and they will still praise those kids, give them chances, send them money, bail them out, allow them to live with them, help them get a house. They'll do everything in the world for the most messed up child. But it's when it's the kids that's actually doing something, they're decent, they're actually going to school, they're getting education, they're not out here creating kids or whatnot or whatever. They want to treat those kids the worst. They always want to tell those kids, oh, you think you better than everybody else. You think that you smart. You think that you this. You think that you, dog, what is your problem? So the one person that's not messing up like you and everybody else, you want to go hard directly on them because they made smarter decisions. But the ones who make the same decisions as you, as the parent, or does far worse, you want to sit up there and give the healing hand of God directly on them and say that everybody deserves a 99th chance. Huh? Like, dog, like I said, a lot of parents out here are backwards. A lot of parents. Yo, let me tell you something real quick. You said, bro, press play. Already press play. That video was like a 30-minute video. If you missed that video, go back and rewind. If you too lazy to do that, it be like that. Like I said, this is now the after part. We didn't watch this for like 30 minutes, technically longer than that, because I had to, stop and pause in between there, read some comments, make some responses and stuff of that nature. Like I said, y'all need to learn how live streams work realistically. Y'all need to actually understand how live streams work. Like that's not how that. Like this ain't a movie theater. This ain't Netflix. This is a live stream, actually live. Mean that I can see your comment, I post your comment, and I respond back to your comment in real time in 4K. That's how that works. And if I want to replay the video, I do that. I don't feel like doing that. I'll do a shorter form video content of which you probably won't even actually see because you don't care enough to actually view content on this, on this platform. So, like I said, come on now. That's some crazy work. That's diabolical in nature, but it'd be like that though. It'd be like that though. But anyway, like I said, that's pretty much it. I got some other videos that I will sit up there and post directly for you guys so that you're able to see. So again, feel free to, peruse and go through the videos that I got directly on the platform after the live stream is done. Much love, respect, and appreciation to any and everybody that has sent out donations to the platform. Much love, respect, and appreciation. Shout out to all of my moderators. As D Money would normally say, shout out to all the regulars. Shout out to anybody that's a part of Patreon and anybody that might have, pulled through, Cash App or whatever else. Much love, respect, and appreciation for, sitting through the totality of this 3-hour live stream, going through a variety of videos, a variety of topics, and, whatever else that was happening in the chat in the live stream. Wouldn't be able to do the stuff that I do, if it were not for people like you. So again, much love, respect, and appreciation. Deshana Doltry said, "What time do you come on?" It's technically it's a little bit random. There's not really a specific time. But if you want to know what times that I will appear on or get notifications of those things, you can subscribe directly to the channel and make sure to have all notifications on. So that way, you have a better chance of, catching the live streams whenever they happen or catching any of the new videos that I will upload throughout the day. I usually try to at least make sure to put up 2 or 3 videos per day at the moment in time. Depending on how the hours, in a sense move, I try to allow some videos to breathe, to, give us some room and things of that nature. So yeah, that's pretty much how we do it. That is how we do it. D Money said, by the time Seji reads his comments, the Lord's work has already been done. Actually, I want you to know, I've been looking directly at the comments, so I've actually kept up. I actually kept up. Also, due to the fact that it was just a solo, type of thing, where we're pretty much good when it deals with, the comments and how everything is going and things of that nature. Let me see. I'm not even sure. Yep, and you were talking about something that happened. Yo, who was that? Listen to the animal. Ooh, that's crazy. Hopefully everybody was all right. Hopefully everybody was all right. Deshaun Adultery said, "Thank you, no problem, no problem." I knew Tippy was going to say that. I knew Tippy was going to say that. The funny part, Tippy, is before I went live, I originally thought about just doing a live stream and I was just going to play Helldivers. I thought about actually doing that. But then I was like, yo, let me just put content directly out there. Let me just do a live stream and, do a video, stuff of that nature. A gaming stream. I got you, Tippy. I will figure out something. I will figure something out and I will make sure to let you know when the live stream is going to take place so you can be the first person there, bright, shining early, to be talking all types of crap. I will make sure to do that. Judah said, I got to do my rewatch. I came in an hour late. I got you. Tibby said, it's really been 3 hours. I just got here. Technically, you ain't just get here, Tibby. You've been here for a little bit. It ain't been a full totality of 3 hours, but you were technically here. And W said, I'm trying to refocus my mind. This is so sad. Yeah. But like I said, these are topics I tend to go over. I try not to put a lot of stuff that's ultra heavy on the channel because I understand, the weight, of those things. So I tend to do lighter topics. So when you happen to see me do topics where it's dealing with people, talking stuff about black men, that's why I tend to do lighter topics. It's lighter, right? People may get mad and and stuff like that, but at the end of the day, you can walk away from that versus, in a sense, something like this where you're watching, you know, um a 19-year-old have to navigate, how to manage their emotions on top of manage their parents' emotions. It's a little bit, it's different. It's a little bit heavier. D Money said, "Ain't no telling with Seji. He just randomly pops up with the stream." Yeah, I used to be way more consistent with it. I used to have like, times and stuff, but stuff starts happening in the background that I can't control, and that disrupts a lot of focus, a lot of energy. Again, stuff beyond my control. You know. Tippy said, "How was your day?" Said you tell us about it. Yo, Swat D, what is up? What's up? My day was all right. It was cool. Pretty much, I woke up and started doing content. That's that's the best way I could do it. When I started, it was during the day, and now it is currently 9 o'clock at night. So yeah, that's pretty much my day right now. Pretty much my day. Sham said, "Okay, I'm about to take a shower. Stay safe, y'all. Love y'all. Hope that you can have a better night." That is bars. Tippy said, "LO Seji, what are your thoughts? Or maybe a spaceship heading towards Earth?" Um, if it is a spaceship heading towards Earth, I let it be what it be. I hope that they I hope it's not the movie with Keanu Reeves where somebody will decide to shoot. We don't need that happening because it's just gonna be all bad. It's gonna be all bad. Hopefully, and we all know who will be the first person to let the first bullet fly and bring a world ending, type of thing to happen. Um Hopefully, what I would love to happen if it is like theory wise, right? If aliens are to basically sped here, like come here, I hope that they actually have a conversation. I want them to just honestly answer questions. I would love for that to happen, and I expect, like I said, there's so many there's very main questions that I want them to sit up there and just answer and or delve into if they can. But yeah, like I said, let it be what it be. I ain't afraid. Like I said, whatever's gonna happen is whatever's gonna happen. Just be able to see everything happen. That's where I'm at. That is where I'm at. Tippy said I'm gonna play WWE 2K25 Showcase Edition. I bet you are. You're gonna be playing directly up there with your husband Roman Reigns. We know. We know, Tippy. We know. Um, this man, I don't even think Sham even saw that comment. I don't even think she I don't even think she saw that comment. Oh my goodness. Tippy said, "How is Midnight?" He's doing all right. Annoying as can be, but he's all right. He is all right. All right. Judah said, oh, you were talking. I got you. And W said dot dot. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah. Like I said, love y'all. Thank y'all for everything that y'all, continuously do. All day, every day, when it deals with these live streams. Um Deshauna Dolce said, "Who's Midnight?" Midnight is my cat. Well, Tippy calls him Midnight because he's black and white. He's mostly black and then a little bit of white. His name is actually Mickey, but yeah, we got Mickey and then May, who both of my cats I've shown off when they were younger. I showed them off on streams. During my live streams when I would always have like my camera on and stuff, I actually showed them before. So for a lot of the people that have been here on the platform for a while, like they saw my cats. Like I said, I love them both. Great cats. Very annoying at times. Very, very annoying at times. But I love them. I love them. Deshauna Dolce said, "I had a dog named Midnight." Oh, that's dope. That's pretty dope. I haven't had a dog in a long time. It's been a while. J-Lock said, "What happened to the aliens? What to want to rescue black people?" Hey, I don't know. Like I said, just bless me with some tech. Give me some nice armor that will activate some powers or something. I don't know. you know. Um, but yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna let y'all have it. It's about to be probably like 10. No, well, it's just like 9:04. So, let y'all have at it. Go enjoy the rest of y'all night or y'all day. Have some dinner or lunch, however y'all like to sit up there and do it. Get your feng shui in order. Go watch, catch up on some anime, a movie, a comedy, or something like that. Get your energy right, after this live stream. Because that's what I'm about to do. But anyways, much love, respect, and appreciation. And I will check you guys in the next live stream / video. Peace out.